Actually, speaking of the conditioned, if we toggle that on, does it come up with like the corresponding like character bubble pop up on the tokens? Good talk.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
Arnar.
mm-hmm.
I mean, odds are they should.
No, let it.
Alrighty.
Auto and no. Okay, there we go.
Ordinarily, we rely on a dice to determine who's going to be the one to recap, but I think I'm going to make it an open forum this time. Amazon, do you have OBS ready to go?
OBS is up and recording.
Cool. I'll talk to you about it afterwards. I've noticed your sound on OBS is like really crunchy, like it's really like overblown, but whatever. Yeah, I have no idea how to fix it, but we're not gonna sweat it right now.
All right.
So, if anyone, I don't usually do this, but there was a lot that was revealed last session. If anybody is willing to take a crack at giving us a quick summary, there is a point of inspiration in it for you. If there's
I can't get it.
Well, yeah.
How do you check if you have inspiration? Where is that one?
It's right next to your character level. It's that like little star thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Seeing as no one has.
Okay.
I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right, go for it.
I just can't find my notes.
Well, we resume our story from the end of Act 2 with Dagny's perspective of it all starting. Back on this unknown location, let's say, Dagny began to search for shelter and her companions, finding Nadira first. Upon regrouping with Nadira, they continued the search for companions, finding in order Jaxthal and then Erethal, with Cobweb to be nowhere to be found except for a large impact indicative of him hitting the ground. When the party found Erethal, there was an unknown individual attempting to do something, which the party was unaware of their intentions at first, but... Well, unaware of their intentions, they assumed hostile intent and whipped a spell at them. Upon figuring out that they weren't alone from yellow glowing eyes from what could be assumed the companion of said individual, the party took shelter next to them, figured out that they weren't being hostile and that the individual was just trying to stop Erethal's wounds. Upon finally figuring that out in a discussion, the party agreed to help find the individual's brother, as well as look for Cobweb. We stumbled across a crashed boat after Nadira used a spell to gain a general idea of where the brother was. We found the crashed boat. We investigated it, but there was a large machine that was going through it. We managed to stealthily go around it until we needed a distraction in which Dagny, I believe, cast Shatter, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shatter to distract the robot towards other individuals who were observing the robot. we managed to get into the other part of the boat that the robot wasn't searching after the individuals disposed of the robot, and found their brother. They proceeded to take us to their home, which had a shield from the Auric storm. After that, the party got food in their stomachs and managed to recover a little bit. After which, well, after Aerithal asked for a little bit of help, they figured he couldn't close the wounds on his neck for whatever reason. Which we all know why. Dagny then had a conversation with the main hand of the house, revealing that we were from Highshire, before a sight that shocked us all. I don't know how really to describe it, but it was a sight that the party was unprepared for.
You, in essence, discovered that Helios is hollow, and there's an entire interior world. Yeah.
Exactly. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I was getting that right.
Yeah. We saw
it's a wild concept to take in.
Yeah, we saw like the underside of the seal, and yeah, that was really it.
After which, that was revealed, the information Dagny had. The man asked us to leave after we've rested, figuring that we would endanger everything that they had worked to build. A little bit of argument in between the party about revenge. Nothing too deep other than Nadira revealing some things, such as their older age than most of the other party members. So that's where we left off after that conversation.
Yeah, give yourself that juicy point of inspiration. Thank you for the recap.
Delicious.
Cool. All right. Keep this going. The four of you find finally a chance to rest your weary bodies and minds. It's been a long time coming. You had woken up only the previous morning, ready to reclaim your kingdom, and then so much happened in such a small period of time. You're not sure if you can really consider what's happened to you a victory. In essence, yes, but there's a larger story to be unfold, and you only have just the pieces that were in front of you. How much deeper this may go still is to be seen, and that's a troubling thought, making it difficult, exhausted as you all may be, to sleep. But you find rest enough under the house of the Sindalas on their farmstead, under the protective shield that is preventing the accosting of the wild storm happening just overhead. But it's not a complete party. There's still someone out there braving this storm for this long. Cobweb.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
You see it all in your head. All the fighting. All of this strength that you had to find within yourself. You all made it count. Getting to that seal, and it was you yourself with your own hands that turned that seal breaker and released unfathomable power, which you then wielded just as something worse tried to lay its claim to such power. And then you fell into it like everyone else. You're not sure how much time has passed. Perhaps it was only a split second. Perhaps it was an eternity. Time just seemed to become irrelevant, as all you felt for this indiscernible period of time was omnipotence. but it did come to an end as you were cast and felt yourself tumbling down, landing hard, and were in something of a daze, out of it, unconscious, while you can hear the faint crashing thunder above your head. And then you felt yourself lifted and taken somewhere else. There's an aching pain in your chest, a searing heat, a radiance. You can feel it resonating throughout your body. But there's a secondary pain that accompanies it. Your gemstone eye also begins to twinge in pain, a pulling pain that becomes increasingly intense until the splitting headache that is blooming from this pulling pain in the gem would lead your other eye to shoot open, where you see a tremendous storm in front of you, ruins, and just beyond it, a sheer drop, as it appears you're at the top of a cliff.
Where am I?
You are unable to move any more than just your head and neck, as you can feel that there is something restraining the rest of your body. It's difficult to look down, but you can see shining green where your body should be. It looks like there's rock that's formed over you in some way. You're restrained.
Ooh. Okay. It's not like penetrating skin deep, is it? Like, it's sort of like a shell. I can tell that I'm still underneath it, right?
Yeah, so this is an interesting situation where your back is to a large stone, and it's as if this weird green gemstone layer was grafted to you, so you are stuck to it.
Okay. Can I attempt to break free?
Roll strength.
Right on. Oh, hang on. How do I get to my proficiency? Here it is. Okay. Athletics, I assume.
This
Or
is
just
just
straight
your
strength.
This would be
Yeah.
straight strength, given it's
Right on.
literally just your raw physical ability to break this.
Alrighty. There we go.
Ah.
Oh! I don't know why I rolled twice, but
I don't
Shit.
even need to look to know what got rolled.
Damn.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
we're
try
off
as
to
you
a
might,
great start.
but your body is weary, and you don't make much progress at all. In fact, trying to strain yourself, you can feel that pain in your chest intensify, and you can see that just below the crystals that are encapsulating you against this rock, your skin glows, and your eye glows along with it. And you feel the shift in the air of something large above and behind you shifting. And there is a commentary in your head.
Oh, look at this. That was not intentional. How did that occur? Your other eye has opened. Well, this is troublesome.
Oh no.
I'd ask who you were, but I think we both know the answer to that. I didn't realize you were... I didn't think you'd be able to coalesce so completely.
Coalescence. I think you have me mistaken with someone else. There are secrets in that gem of yours. And I want it.
Ah, fuck.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, I'm not really willing to lose an eye a second time. As he activates the mountain rune, attempting to basically swell up beneath the crystals in order to shrug them off.
Ooh. Okay. Why don't you roll strength one more time with
Right
advantage?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 18.
You activate your rune and you grow to your larger size, and there is a shattering of this crystal layer, but the lower half of you is still firmly grafted to this rock. Your upper body is free now, and you ideally could take some time to chip away at this, but you feel another whoosh in the air of something large moving, and you can feel some faint magic in the air as something is going on behind you. But now that you're able to actually fully turn your body around, you can see there is seemingly nothing there. Just a faint emerald shimmer in the air.
You are full of surprises. This is fascinating. I want to know where that gem of yours came from.
Cobweb sort of looks down at his entombed lower half, and he silently, inwardly curses skipping leg day all those years. Before looking up into the shimmering emerald haze. What exactly are you looking to accomplish by holding me here?
I haven't quite decided yet. You're new here. Where did you hail from? The northern capital? Perhaps the south?
I hail from the last bastion of humanity on Helios.
That does not narrow it down in the slightest.
How do you mean?
All the last here inside.
Oh, Cobweb sort of... His brain electricity starts going, and he begins to formulate an idea. He remembers learning about Undershire and the possibility of gigantic caverns beneath the surface.
Oh, yes.
I see. So that's what's happened. We're in the Undershire. Strange. I know nothing of this land, Shade.
Nothing. Tell me your story. And do include that gem. That is why I plucked you from where you lay. Had I left you there, you may have been found by worse forces.
Well, I don't know how you do things around here, but where I come from, we usually offer a drink before we ask for a story. And he sort of points down at his legs. We don't usually keep the storyteller hostage either. Usually.
Then you have some getting used to, wandering the edge of the habitable zone. You expect hospitality. Most creatures wouldn't give you the courtesy of conversation. I would count your blessings more carefully.
You say you want to know my story.
Of course I do. You're an anomaly. And that gem, and there's something even greater beneath it. In your soul, perhaps? I'm not versed in such a thing, but curious all the same. If you can give me the knowledge I am so desperately prying for, perhaps additional privilege is in order.
Can I insight to see if if he wants the eye?
Go right
If
ahead.
he wants to pluck it straight out of my skull. Let's see here. Here we go. With my +1, fuck. Okay.
Given that there's this pulling pain that you had felt on your eye up until this point, you think that whatever's speaking to you may have been responsible. Perhaps it already tried to pry it out, and maybe this flare-up of whatever this radiance coming out of you, it may have intervened in some way. Because whatever's moving around does seem rather large. You can get a sense for its presence. You think that maybe diplomacy is in your best interest, given that it may have tried more brutish ways already, and it does seem willing to reason. But to be sure as to how much reason it's going to give you, it's unclear.
Alright, creature. You've piqued my interest. But, just so you know, this is a mutual arrangement. I give you information, you free my legs. Or maybe give you a bit more, and you tell me how to get out of this, edge, as you've called it.
I see. Okay. We can issue additional freedoms conditionally. So, do start speaking.
This crystal is a former necromantic artifact, purified by the light of Zula, or so I've been told. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Do continue. I may be able to pry context from details. You have my interest.
One of my associates happens to be a man of the clergy, and seeing as I... Well, let me think here. Where should I start? I suppose... Okay. I'm basically going to be giving him a lore dump.
Okay, you don't have to say this word for word, but you can say you're going to give essentially the rundown on your recent adventure.
Yeah.
Okay. For brevity's sake, you would spill the beans, essentially, on how you came to possess this, your affiliation with the cartographers, Sina Drea, and the acquisition of this gem, and its uses for controlling the Praetor. Should you wish to divulge that, stop me if I'm going...
No, it is a full eye, that's all.
All right. All right. So you're trying to downplay this thing's significance to as much as you can. Just, got it from a cave. Did some magic on it.
He's not so much downplaying the significance. It's just sort of instead of the eye being able to control the Praetors, it's just a powerful spell focus.
I see. Okay.
Just cash.
Just casually, yeah.
Lying by omission,
Not a big
basically.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that so? It seems you may know as little as I do. But this is a mutually beneficial arrangement. You said so yourself. And I think there is much we can teach one another. Now, it is for my end of the bargain to play out. You'll have to excuse my lack of immediate payoff. We're going to need a source of external power. If this is a focus, as you say, I want to see just how much energy it can channel and how it splits the aura that is sent through it. Maybe you will learn something about yourself this way. And of course, your legs. I can free it. Just be still a moment. These gems are rather jagged if one is not careful.
And you feel yet another tension in the air as there's an influence being set upon the gems. And you watch for a second as they shift, and within a matter of mere moments, they crawl up your body, being completely rearranged. And after a few moments, it gets about chest level, almost where it was originally, although scaled up given your larger physique. And then it hardens.
This bitch.
We're going to need an additional item before we can experiment. Your legs will be needed for this, but not just yet. Before I go and retrieve this object, I want assurance that you're not going to evade my curious pursuits. Stay put.
Say what you mean, creature. You want the eye.
Of course.
Fuck.
In essence, he tightened your restraints and wants to conduct an experiment, but it seems like he's going to have to step out for a moment in order to prepare this.
Wait, you just gonna leave me here?
Granted, the nature of this auric storm is nothing I have ever seen prior. We'll have to trust that it does not affect your health too greatly.
How do you mean? What is the nature of this auric storm?
I do apologize, but our mutually shared curiosity on the effects around us are not something I can answer. I'd certainly
Tit for
like
tat.
to, but...
Fair enough. Go do your thing, I guess.
Good.
Just make it quick.
Very well. This shall be within the hour. Hopefully this storm does not accost you too harshly. I'm going to pay a visit to those miserable farmers and pluck them of their power source. I'm sure they will survive. Humanity is resourceful after all.
And with that, you feel a great shift of weight through the air once again. And you hear this creature that was obfuscated from vision take off.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Okay, so Cobbler's obviously not sticking around. Are you fucking kidding me? No! No! That's a bum deal any day of the week. Alright. Let me see what I can do. Shit. Okay.
Shit, fine, you got a deal. 5 seconds later, man, fuck that shit.
Alrighty. I gotta fucking... Okay, I gotta free my hands. Is there any way Let me see. Ooh, I might have something for this. Let me see here. Okay. Hold on, I'm just trying to find where my...
Yeah, don't feel pressured. The new sheet can be a bit much. Make sure the tabs
Sure.
on the right that's how you navigate between like inventory and spells and all that jazz. If you haven't seen it already.
Right on. Okay. No, that's not it either. Fuck. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to have Cobweb cast. Oh, whoops.
Oh.
Mold Earth. But I'm going to have him cast it as a subtle spell, which removes the need for hand movements.
Clever.
There we
Okay.
go. There's a boy.
And he's basically going to wipe the crystal off like Play-Doh.
Easily done. God damn, that was smart. Good job.
Let me think here. Okay. I don't have anything for the fucking storm though, and I doubt I'm gonna be able to hide with this fucking eye.
That reminds me. Roll a d100.
Shit.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, here we
Maybe
go.
Be that.
Come on, potted plant.
34.
34, you say. All right.
Oh,
It'll
not
be
wild
regardless,
magic.
not bad.
Fuck.
Let's see what we won here.
I was turned into a boy.
Yeah.
Innocence. All right. A magic mouth appears on a nearby wall or flat surface. When you speak, your voice comes from the magic mouth. This lasts for a minute as you feel a quiver in your lips as you cast this, and you can see directly behind you, like as you peel your back off of this stone, there's a puff of magic, and you see a stone mouth shaped just like yours, and whenever you go to make whatever noise, it comes from the mouth. You're not sure if you did that by accident or not. Weird nonetheless.
Okay. I imagine a minute has elapsed, Cobweb becomes small again. He looks up at the giant mouth, gross, and sort of gets startled by it saying gross back. Before just deciding not to talk, I guess. Because that's fucking creepy. All right.
You would. All right. So you take a second to kind of process the fact that this is. You really have no concept of what's going on anymore, and in that moment, there's a bit of a quieting, and the turbulent storm around you begins to subside. These dust clouds part, and you see all of the violent dust settle for just a moment. You can see that's above you. This is but a eye of the storm, but it allows you to look straight up.
Oh, Hagaton's balls. As he's just staring
Wow.
straight up. Oh, the folks back home aren't gonna believe this one. As I guess Well, he can't even talk to himself. It's like you hear that from like 3 miles away in the cave. Fucking. Geez. I suppose he's just gonna start looking for signs of recent life.
Roll
First and
perception.
foremost. Wait a minute. I'd like to check my person. Is there anything missing?
You pat yourself down, and most things are accounted for. Your ever-adjusting armor is still on your back, thank God, but you do notice that your trusty iron thrower appears to be not in your possession.
No. Big blaster, no! Okay, this time it's personal. Well, what did you say I had to roll for looking for signs of life?
Just perception.
Right
at the
on.
moment. More so to get a better grip for your immediate surroundings.
Let's see here. Ow. 23.
That's pretty good. There we go. You see that you're on top of quite a large crag, and there is a way down. You can see that it is misted with this green swirling fog, and there are these jagged rocks that almost look like elongated teeth. And there's a winding path that leads elsewhere. And it's also in the rough direction of where the dragon went off to, or at least so it sounded like one as it took off. Hard to be certain, but you're getting the pieces put together based on everything that's happened. Was a pretty gem after all. But there's something that interrupts your surveillance of this path. You begin to hear something coming from above you. There's something that's breaking the storm clouds. Your eyes naturally are attracted to the sound as you see the following sailing overhead.
Oh God, it's Ooh!
What is that?
That looks kind of like the airship that we were at before.
Oh. Okay. Having never seen such a thing, except in water, I guess, Cobweb would, I don't know, he'd hop into a bush and hope not to be spotted, I guess.
Easily done to take cover. It's descending and taking a low altitude, and it more or less it flies right overhead and continues over in a preceding direction. It's roughly in the same direction as the dragon. And curiously, you look over and you can see that there are a few trails that continue from the one leading straight down that you saw beforehand, and these trails zig and zag around rolling hills, and you see the faintest hints in these hills of signs of life. Houses, some cleared trees, and what appear to be crops. Probably a good couple-mile walk at least, but there's people here. You're not sure what to make of this giant thing floating overhead, but it looks like a ship from the seas. Either way, people nonetheless, you would estimate.
Oh, sir, this is what he meant. I can't believe it. Wait a minute, I'm not big anymore. I can't believe it. All this time, right under our noses. He's going to try to negotiate the sort of craggy cliff face and make the journey, I guess.
All right. You hop down and begin this winding path. You can see that the direction leading off where now multiple flying objects have gone off to seems to be the safe way to travel. And you zig and zag and go down this steep cliff until you have a way forward. Although you do have a way to look behind you, and you can see where the other direction heads, and you take notice that it looks far less friendly.
Okay. Sort of slowing his travel, Cobweb is going to focus a little bit more on staying hidden, sort of moving around shaded objects and whatnot, trying to use his smaller size to his advantage.
Very well. Roll stealth.
Right on.
I feel like I know the answer here, but I'm going to ask anyways. Are you intending to proceed towards the rolling hills or towards the craggy mountain before you?
The hills.
Good. Away from seeming danger, you would go. And you begin your trek. Where we switch gears. As for the 4 other members of Patrol 26, it is a well-needed rest. One that is interrupted by fits of anxiety and the periodic nightmare. But rest you all would gain. As you can see, there is eventually a break in the turbulent winds overhead. And for those who are awake at the waning hours, or early hours of the morning, rather, you hear the little sliding door to this room slowly creak open, and light footsteps would slip inside and close the door. And getting the sleepiness out of your eyes, you see that you're being observed in curiosity. Rhea has come to say good morning.
Didn't your mother ever tell you not to stare?
Maybe once or twice. It usually takes a few times.
What do you want?
Oh, good morning to you too, jeez. So, I kinda have a confession to make.
Yeah?
I was definitely eavesdropping on you last night.
How much did you hear?
I mean, like, pretty much all of it.
And you're telling me this because...
I don't know. I really just got curious, but I feel like if I started asking questions without telling you that I was spying on you, maybe you'd get pissed off. You did it a few times before, and you did make my eyes bleed yesterday, so...
In my defense, I didn't know who or what you were, and you could have been accosting my friend for all I know.
I didn't know who any of you were either, but I decided to help you.
That you did.
There must be a pretty good sneak for me not to hear you.
I get around. Well, mostly. You kind of have to around here, or you don't come back home.
So?
Yeah, that robot was pretty indicative of that.
So?
Yeah.
What's it like having your first encounter with someone that's lived on the outside of Helios?
Well, at first, I had a really massive headache, and my eyes started bleeding, so it really sucked at first.
Yeah, I got that too when I met Dagny.
Really? Is that how you guys say hello to each other? That really sucks.
No.
No,
your
I
mother
just
ever
said
told
something
not to
really
do that?
stupid.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
sorry. I don't know anything about other places. Not like that. I've only heard stories. Not good ones either. And I pretty much just assumed it was all crap anyways because it mostly came from the books that, Rosso reads, and he's kind of a liar a lot.
Do you want our side of the story then?
Yeah.
Make your own decision?
Well, yeah.
I don't see the harm in that.
Besides, I already kind of know, so, what's a few more details?
Before that, as Stadney kind of struggles to sit up in the bed she's laying in, and she'll sort of motion for Rhea to come a bit closer.
She looks at you for a moment and eventually takes the step closer.
I apologize for hurting you.
Oh. Yeah, it's all good.
Now, what is it you wish to know?
How did you survive out there for so long? I thought everyone died on the outside.
Well, she just kind of looks to Erithol. I imagine it was by very miraculous circumstances. One would even say almost omnipotent circumstances.
I assume you mean Highshire, though.
Whatever that seal did, it entered us and it somewhat protected us in this transition down here.
Huh. Yeah.
People
not really.
are still on the surface.
Oh, so there's still more.
Hundreds, thousands, being threatened.
They were fighting for Highshire.
For home.
Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense that you'd have to be really strong to survive all that. Is that why your friend has green hair?
You've never seen an elf before, have you?
I am one.
I elf.
Jeez. You think we don't have a mirror around here?
That's.
Well, Nadir, I believe that's more of your story to say.
Sorry, that was funny. Oh, shit, we're good. Oh, damn. Oh. Yeah, kid. Nope. Green hair. Nothing to do with it. Stylistic choice.
Oh. Huh. So do you keep soaking it in leaf juice or something? Or what's this?
Magic.
Yeah, magic. A really good shampoo and conditioner. And no, I'm kidding. My mom had green hair, dad blue hair. You mix it together.
Oh. Huh, okay. All right.
I thought if you mixed yellow and blue, you got green.
Yeah, but more blue added to green makes it more of a different shade of green.
No, you're right. I love how we just segued into
Suddenly
fashion.
now it's just color theory.
So if I had a kid one day and it was with a green-haired man, would it be a blue kid, or would it kind of give a lighter blue, or
Possible. I guess that depends on how strong the genetics are on either side.
I pray to whatever gods you worship that you actually managed to get into some higher institution of learning to actually learn about genetics.
All right, you little salty split.
Look, I get along just fine for a farm girl. You don't need to talk like that to me. But you know what? I'm trying to be curious about stuff.
Yes,
so
but your father has left you in this little bubble, regardless of what's going on outside of it. Knowing
he had
that.
his reasons.
So so you know about the Aurorans attacking our people then?
No.
Well, that's
well,
what's
I mean,
been
not
happening.
really.
Well, that's what's been happening. For whatever reason, the Auroran kingdoms that reside here somehow made it to the surface and started attacking our home, calling us angel worshippers, something that we had no idea that we were doing until it was too late.
Yeah, I remember hearing
Deception.
like stories about that when I was really little. There's some not so great stuff that people say, and well, it really catches on. They're pretty good at like bashing you guys.
I mean, you can see the scars the Deceiver has left us.
Deceiver. Huh. So you're kind of like a double outcast then.
Yes.
In a way.
Huh.
The angel worshipping technically wasn't wrong, but it technically wasn't correct.
We
We
had
were tricked.
we had no idea.
Hmm.
Though there is at least some truth to the divine power, seeing as I can still channel it.
Well, whatever you went through, you guys really looked like shit at the time, and you kind of still do. But I don't really have a whole lot I can offer, but I guess some niceness might make it hurt a little less. That was a really bad way of trying to like get to... Here, check this out. This is something I do for fun. And you see that she has a bit of a knapsack that was on her back, and she slumps it on the ground and parts it, and there's various knickknacks and trinkets that are inside, and she pulls them out one by one. So when I go out, I mean, I always brought something to pick up stuff, because I mean, a lot of these like ruins were earlier settlements that they realized didn't work out too good for what they wanted to do. But once in a while, you find some cool stuff. Here's an assortment of pretty rocks. I have organized them from reds, blues, and there's quite a lot of greens. I don't know. They just seem to really grow a lot here.
You like collecting colorful rocks?
Yeah, I mean, they're neat.
Fair enough. Everyone has their own hobby of things to collect.
Mm-hmm.
Ours apparently seems to be scars.
You should probably change that.
I agree. Also, a really bad attempt at a joke.
Yeah. I'm hoping one day that I can put enough of these together to figure out how to make like a keystone, because eventually our
what?
generator's gonna...
Oh boy.
What? Well, just something like I mean, I know that's kind of like a tall order, but just something that we can use to keep things powered around here, because when we got still, it's strong, but like by the time I'm grown up, it's probably gonna be...
You guys make keystones?
Uh-huh.
What
Well,
entity are you
cities do.
using to power it?
I'm not really sure. I don't know much about them. That's more of Dad's thing, but I'm learning bit by bit.
So he's captured creatures out there and put them in keystones.
Why? I mean, he's killed some stuff to defend the farm, but I think for the most part he gets the stone from somewhere else. It came with the generator that we got.
Maybe that's where the keystones came from, where the knowledge came from. Everything we know on the outside came from here.
But yeah, I got some pretty rock shards. There's a book here, but it's really dusty, and I have yet to kind of dust it off because, well, I found you guys, and then my eyes started bleeding. So sorry if I don't have the chance to actually see what this one is yet. Let me... You see that she starts, like, awkwardly, like, shuffling to get the dust off of this to figure out what kind of book she has. She is going to roll a D100.
She's within 10 feet of me, right?
Yes.
Can I use prestidigitation to clean it up?
Yeah. She does her work just kind of getting it off with her hand, and then there's a pop of your cantrip, and it instantly sheds all the dust, creating a small dust cloud that she coughs a little bit in. She was a bit surprised, but it does give way to the tome. And let's see what she found. You would have found the Orc Smith Compendium, an extensive, informative book about orcish weaponry, armor, and miscellaneous metal items.
Wait a fucking minute. Oh, hold on a minute.
Amazon is just flipping through her notes.
How does Amazon know that we don't?
All this is happening, and Jax is just like
Holy
outside
fuck.
meandering around.
What?
Amazon, what do you know that we don't?
Didn't I fucking give that book to Garrick? May I?
Multiple copies of books can exist.
This is true.
Well, I think what she's saying is just that there's some sort of connection between here and up top.
I haven't heard that title in fucking 2 years, man. 2 years. Where did you find that?
Oh, it was in a drawer tucked away in one of the old ruins. Sometimes a lot of the stuff survives if they're inside of containers.
What do you want for it?
Oh, I guess, well, half of the stuff is in Orcish anyways, so, I mean, I guess if you want it. Oh, well, I mean, I guess I could learn some stuff from it. Why don't you just take it? You're probably gonna need something to read if you're gonna be heading out eventually, right?
Fuck, what is the other book I fucking have? Hold on, I gotta find the bag of holding here. Here we go. One potion of a yellowish tinge. No, I feel like I should give you something. It doesn't seem right. What do I give her? What do I give her? Have I basically gleaned all the information I can from the Illuminarium Battalia?
The leagues of magic that you are weaving now, being as versed as you are, what's in here has become quite trivial.
Okay.
I
I will go ahead and pull that out of my bag of holding.
Cool.
hate to interrupt. Oh, go ahead.
And I will sort of present it to her, and I will say, "How about a book for a book? This one should be more readable for you."
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've been working on, a thing or two too. There's not a lot of input. Here, just check this out. Check this out. And she casts light on the book you were holding.
It's a fairly simple spell.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I could teach you something
that's
better.
A start.
I'm trying. It's not much, but I picked it up pretty easy.
Would you like me to teach
You
you
know
one?
anything else?
I mean, Dad seemed pretty intent on kicking you out of here pretty soon, so I don't know if he'd be mad if I started learning, like, angel worshiper magic, which is something he would think, not me, but...
Angel worshiper magic is no different than your magic.
Oh.
We're not angel worshippers either.
No.
I see. Oh, one last thing that was in here. Hey, Leaf Lady, I'm not great with animals. The Shimmer Sheep hate me, but I did find these cool. I mean, they're weird. Just check these out. Do you know what animal this came from? And she produces a bundle of. It's hard to tell what this is at first as she hands it to you, because it's mostly charred beyond recognition. But based on the stems for which she is gripping it, you can tell these are feathers. And an epiphany dawns as you recognize the patterns on these feathers. They belonged to Disa.
It's taking everything in me not to like cheer. I'm not a dick. Where'd those come from?
I just found a bunch of them laying on the ground, not too far from where I saw Erithal on the ground. Must have been from the storm. Bird probably got sheared or something. I don't know.
Bird.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
I think they're feathers. They're really burned. I don't know.
They're not.
Do
They're
you
not.
mind
Those
with my
aren't bird
passive perception?
feathers.
Do I recognize them too?
These are definitively a bunch of Deese's feathers, and they are scorched, almost disintegrated.
Those aren't bird feathers. They're harpy feathers.
I don't know what that is.
Think of a person, a woman specifically, with the wings of a bird.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Yet they lure people in with their songs and kill them.
That sounds less cool. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That being said, you reminded me of our friend Cobweb. I'm going to cast Sending.
Oh, you beat me to the punch. God damn it.
That's why I was saying if I may interrupt.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. I'm going to type it so I know it's 25 words.
Okay.
Alrighty, so now since we're doing this,
We still have to figure out how we can breathe without dying.
well, were we taking, like, was it bad aside from just like weird magic stuff, breathing that in?
It didn't feel good at all. It was both. It was mostly the stuff that you were breathing in. But you look. I mean, just looking outside the window, it looks like conditions have calmed. Although it's
Okay.
a total crapshoot to tell if it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, but Jax is still outside.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get to you in a second as soon as
Oh, yeah, but
Arathel wraps up.
while he's typing that up, the instant, like, the creature decided to get really interested in Muda's eye. I couldn't help but think of this.
Is Farmstead
Oh my god, are
one or
you
two
sending what I
words?
think you're sending?
Farmstead
Yes.
is one word. I'll let you finish.
Okay.
I'll let you finish. I'll be right back in like literally a minute. So I'll let you wrap up. Just give me a minute here.
Got it in one peel.
Fuck, I got my notifications just muted and I just see this. Fucking Dagny right now doing computations in her head.
You, when you brought up the book and you were like, wait. It's instantly, I was like, she's got the math symbols going in her head right now.
I mean, I fucking heard that name and it's like, wait a fucking minute.
I just love the duality. It's like Cobweb's over there screaming for his life. He's like, no! And you guys are just fleshing out the lore that apparently elf genetics works like Minecraft sheep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Look, it's solid science to me. We don't gotta bring color theory into this shit.
Fair
A plus
enough.
B equals fish, okay?
Yeah. Alright, I'll be right back though.
This is
since
the
it
land
seems
of
like it's a little
make-believe
break
for a
time.
reason.
Fair enough.
Alright, that's 24 words.
All right. Oh, I have good timing.
It's the wrong version of your. It's irrelevant, but
Fucking, I swear to God, if Cobweb fucking responds, that's the wrong your.
You are asterisk, and that's all that you reply with.
Ooh, the temptation. But no,
Plus, I assume
and-
since you're getting it from me, you know I'm alive.
I'm alive and well. Just escaped. Fuck. Hold on. Let me type it out then. Fuck.
Good lord.
all right.
Jeez.
Alright. So, alright. Jackstall.
Oh, he stepped up.
Yes,
Ah,
hello.
there you are.
Alright.
A dice bag.
He will let you type
Quit
out your
shopping.
thing. So you were snoozing around outside, living it up.
Yeah, I'm assuming I like am leaning up against the like the wall of the barn or something like that. On the outside with just like a blanket kind of half-assed thrown over me.
Yeah, you're used to sleeping in such positions. It's only natural to you to have something familiar in all the unfamiliarity. And, of course, you get a full night's rest. But given your senses are honed, you feel like there's something watching you, and your eyes would shoot awake to see that something about maybe 3 feet from your face is staring at you very intently.
I was gonna say it's one of the sheep.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, interesting. I'm just gonna stare at it. It's one of those things because if it does have horns, if I move, I know it's gonna charge at me. If it's any type of sheep or ram, I should say.
Yeah, you exchange the stare, and its blue shining eyes are locked onto you. There's an intensity behind it. And it's a bit curious because they're in a closed pen, and you instinctually just glance over towards said pen to find that the gate is wide open and is empty.
Uh-oh.
It seems like there's about 5 shimmer sheep that are now roaming around as they please. You can see that this one is, well, curious about you, but the others are to be found. You know who's going to be blamed for this if it goes.
Oh yeah, definitely me. Shit. Do I have? Oh, I do have speak. Oh no, that's speak to animals, but only with snakes.
Ah, if only. If only there were shimmer snakes.
What else do I have? What can I do without just like shooting like an eldritch blast to try to corral it around?
Yeah, that certainly won't cause a scene.
Exactly, yeah. No, that's only for that's suggestion for snakes. How big is this sheep? Could I use like minor illusion to like kind of make another sheep to see if I can like push this one kind of sort of like lead into the pen?
Yeah, I mean they're about the size of regular sheep, granted. Minor illusion is what, 5 foot cube?
Yeah, it's a 5-foot cube.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and study its intricacies for a moment before creating a convincing replica of a shimmer sheep, which is moving, essentially just like creating a sheep that's moving towards the pen again.
See if I can like how chickens, if one chicken will go somewhere, the rest usually kind of follow. I'm going to see if something like that kind of works.
Okay.
I know
Sure.
sheep are different, but who knows? I don't know.
They are herd-based
Decide.
creatures.
There you go.
Also, you're supposed to summon a border collie. Come on.
A
You
shiver
summon
border
a-
collie.
Illusionary shimmer sheep that is proceeding back towards the pen. Let's see how this sheep does. Wow.
Wow.
Jesus.
This sheep is seemingly entranced. Not by seemingly following under the sheep, but it's almost as if it's fascinated by a magical effect and wants to know more about it and begins to follow.
Yeah, I'll wait till it gets into its appropriate pen and close the door,
That you would,
and then
and
I
you
want
shut
to
it.
I want to just try looking to see if I could find any of the other ones and basically do the same thing.
You can see there's an additional 2 that are grazing their way towards the edge of the shielded space. At the rate they're going to be beyond the veil.
Yeah, I guess I'll just try to do like the same thing. And then maybe I'm assuming there's feed somewhere nearby.
Yes, there looks to be a bunch of crunched up seeds and little granules.
Then I'll take that and kind of throw it into the pen so that there's like kind of more incentive to be led in there.
Okay. Yeah, so throw a bunch of feed, the morning grub as it were, into the pen. And you once again try the illusionary sheep trick to see if you can convince them to come back towards the direction of their rightful place. Let's see how they do. These sheep are fucking dumb.
Yes,
Yup.
they are.
Oh
Yup.
yeah.
They are equally interested in this effect that you have put on display for them, as if small children that are taking entertainment from a magic show. And before long, you are able to get the other two in the pen.
And I guess
Alright.
I'll start looking for, there's another one, I think there's supposed to be?
You believe there's two more.
Two more? Yeah, I'll start
Yep.
looking for them too.
Why don't you roll
I'll
perception for this?
I'll take the feed bag with me too to see if I can kind of like nose lead it with it.
Okay.
I don't know why I just did that. Where's... you said perception.
You're having a little bit of trouble this time around finding the remaining two, and you spend a good couple of minutes circling around the farmhouse, and you're coming to seemingly no avail until after some time passes, you look left, look right, and you hear a shuffling directly above you, and you look up. This shelf on the adjacent windmill, a sheep is up there, a good 20 feet off the ground.
Hate when they do that.
What the fuck? I don't know, I keep opening Discord accidentally. What do I have for teleportation that can kind of work? No, all I have is stuff that explodes. I guess I'll keep note of that one and see if I can find the other. There's nothing I can like do about that. That's something I'd have to be like, hey, your sheep's in your windmill.
You hate to see it. Well, you've at least located 4 out of 5, and 3 of them are back in the pen. Yeah, you're around this time where you have equalized with the people within the confines of the side room, as Erethal's message goes out to Cobweb, where Cobweb, you are able to send a message reply.
Shit.
And it's a pretty easy put together where some of the farmhouses off in the distance are a pretty good bet for where you're going to go next to reconvene with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
However, there were 2 things that were ahead of you at the time. And as for Jaxthal being outside and kind of scratching your head about that sheep and just giving one final once-over on where the last one might be, you hear a strange twisting of aura out off into the sky. And you hear something swooshing in above you, landing.
A sheep.
Not a
Not a
sheep.
sheep.
Oh, that's...
You look over and you can see something is landing by the generator.
Of course it is.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to... Where's my...
Oh,
Well, that explains
see.
why I wanted Cobweb's
Yeah.
eye. It's a fucking emerald dragon.
It's gonna be real angry when Cobweb's not there.
Yep, well,
where am I in relation to like a window or a door? Because basically, I'm going to either like smash the window and scream, or open the door and scream that there's a dragon.
You're next to the windmill, so you're gonna have to hoof it a little bit, but there are some windows nearby.
Oh yeah, I'm just going dragon. Holy shit!
like,
I
did we
probably
hear this
also
screech
would've-
on the inside?
You heard a screech from the inside. Yeah, and you look over as Jaxel, you can see this. You see its long serpentine neck go lunging towards this generator and gives a hearty smack and rips out a large-looking crystal. And you can see the force field fail around the farm before it once again spreads its wings and takes flight.
Well, I can confidently
fuck.
say that wasn't our fault.
Yeah, Cobweb said that there was something draconic heading this way. I was about to say something, and then you heard it.
Well,
Just now, so...
I was hoping to take care of some business before this shenanigan. Well, might as well let the lord of the house know that his generator is gone. So she goes ahead and
I'm
stands
assuming
up.
he's probably gonna run out of the house.
Yeah, Jaxel, you see it first as the door slams open, and you can see there is Aiden Sindala running full speed towards the source of the noises with his rifle trained, ready for whatever may come his way, only to see the tail end of the dragon going off back into the distance. In the very distance, you can see a mountainous crag, and Aiden simply watches and grits his teeth and swears under his breath in disbelief of what just occurred. You can see the rest of the family has congregated towards the windows, and they're open, asking what happened. And Aiden simply is looking there, very frustrated and unsure what to do. He had a shot on this dragon, but he decided not to take it.
He's not suicidal, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a smart choice not to probably shoot the dragon. But yeah, your field's down.
Oh, in the name of Aurora! I haven't ever seen something quite like that mess with us. Why now? As if to ask such questions.
Oh, don't go blaming us now.
I hadn't mentioned any names. Good to see you're in better condition, at least. Although that wound on your cheek is still as grievous as before.
Well, considering an angel gave it to me, I don't really see it healing anytime soon.
So, that obviously had some sort of intelligence to try to come and take something that specific.
It seemed a little bit more shinier than usual.
B-Man, is there any
Yeah.
kind of check that I can make to, like, ascertain emerald or, like, dragons of that colors, like... Do they hoard shit like this?
Roll history. I want you to know about dragons.
Can I assist him?
Sure, you can put your heads together.
Okay, roll with avantage.
So, that was
19.
just like a regular looking green dragon, or did it look like slime? Because that's what, at least what the...
This had
Image looked
iridescent
like.
reflective skin and emerald shimmer. You've seen plenty of depictions of green dragons, and you've had a few run-ins with dragons of your own of various colors. And what you can the group at large can put together is the complexion of that dragon. You've never seen anything quite like it before. You think that given how unique everything is in this internal world, this is a new type of dragon altogether. But how
It's
it
a
had this
dragon.
how it had this obsession with that power source, it only adds up that their obsession with powerful objects and shiny objects, it only checks out. But why take it now?
How long have you said you had this generator?
Roughly 2 years or so.
That's weird. Maybe it's new to the area?
Erithol,
Think-
What?
you said that Cobweb encountered something draconic, yes?
No, I said he... I said he, Oh, yeah, he did say he was kidnapped by... Yeah,
What's
he
to
did
s-
encounter...
What's to say that he wasn't going
Possibly.
after? He has a gem for an eye. What's to say he wasn't going after that?
I don't like the implication that that makes it our fault.
I don't like it either. But either way, we have to fix it.
Did you have a keystone?
No, but we know someone that's capable of making one. So I look to Aiden.
Well, if going to get Cobweb will lead us to the dragon, I guess that's a thing we can do, but...
Well, I did tell him
Weird.
our general direction. So he's probably heading towards us.
Which means the dragon's still gonna be in the area, or at least if he stayed in one place and is moving, then the dragon's gonna have to make its way back.
He did say he was on his way, so if that thing... If I know dragons, they don't like it when things they hold get away from them. That thing's probably going to be pissed.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, if it
just
found
everyone,
him...
hold on for 1 second now. Now, I said I wanted you all gone by morning, on the implication that you're gonna bring nothing but trouble here. And it seems like, unfortunately, that instinct was right. But you're telling me that you can get it back from that? Who's to say that there might be more trouble still? Or
Well-
can you give me some assurance to put any faith in you? Given your history?
I mean, we've
Well-
encountered dragons before. We never faced them head on, but we're
Yeah, we
relaxed.
did.
One down?
Yeah, I killed one.
Really
What are
now?
you talking about? We were attacked by 3 white dragons.
Oh yeah, I nearly
Great,
forgot about that
great.
near-death experience.
I mean,
From the
At the very
dimensions
least.
of this, and comparing it to other dragons, could we tell if this is an adult or, like, older?
Yeah,
Going
I mean,
off of the size alone, just through previous experience, you can tell that this is an adult that has reached maturity.
This could be really old of a dragon.
well, even if we don't kill it, we can at least attempt to get
I don't think there's an
Keystone
option
back,
other than
or-
to try to kill it, because it's going to know that we took it back here, and it's just going to put them in more danger.
Well,
it's going to
hang
see the
on
fields
now.
back up.
Let's not jump to conclusions now. If anyone would know a lot about the inside of Helios, it would be a dragon, would it not?
Especially one born here.
Maybe.
Maybe a
Well, I don't
simple,
know.
maybe a simple trade of information will allow us to get the generator back.
Listen here now. I don't know what kind of wild plan y'all are thinking, but if you're gonna go after that thing, as far as I'm concerned, you're keeping us out of immediate danger. But if you steal that thing back and it lands back in our generator, it might be one of the first places to look. So if you're gonna get this thing back, for us, better be something that it's not gonna come back for again.
Very well.
So, you're really putting me in a hard position here. But I don't have much of a choice. If this crazy ore comes back, it's gonna rip the shingles off my house and then everything underneath it. So, can I trust you outsiders?
You can put
We
your
defended our
faith.
people,
We did.
and those people were innocent, and in this, you are the innocent. Therefore, we will protect you.
Roll persuasion, Arathal.
Oh.
That's pretty good. Give me a second here. I have to give you ownership. But,
What you mean by that?
Is
nods his
Aerithal
head
gonna
for a
get a
while.
gun?
And he says, well, let's see what you can do then. I suppose if I'm gonna put faith in you, I might as well put the odds in our favor. Here.
Gun.
I fucking.
Yo!
Proficient with the rifle.
Ooh. This is a very nice armament.
Are you? Can you use that, Aerithal?
Yeah, I was about to ask Beeman, am I capable of like actually using this?
Let me
He
see.
should be. You are.
If you are proficient with light or heavy crossbows, I think I'm proficient with light crossbows.
Which
No,
would
I'm not.
qualify.
Simple.
Oh, let's see. Or if you are proficient with, obviously that's okay.
It's light crossbow is a simple weapon. I'm proficient with it then.
Oh, if that's the case, then yeah. Also, if it's that checks out. So yeah, technically that would qualify for proficient with a light crossbow. You can use this. And of course, he gives you a quick rundown on shouldering it properly, the right stance, trigger discipline, and always pointing the rifle in a safe direction until you're ready to fire. He's very adamant about that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, just hope you clean up this mess. We want to get back to quiet life. You hear?
I think one of your sheep has taken higher ground.
What in the hell? Again. All right.
Do they do this regularly?
Yes, they do. That's why I put them in a pen that we do. All right. I'm gonna
How
have to get
does
the
a
grappling.
pen stop them from getting 20 feet up in the air on the other side of your house?
It's a long story. They're very particular creatures. I'm gonna have to get the grappling hook again. Alrighty then.
Well,
And
actually, I can assist you with that if you're willing to do it now.
I suggest you should save your energy for what you're about to try.
Very well.
And in that moment, let's take our 15.
Go get ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh man, fucking Cobweb's gonna be real happy when I show up with this.
I'm gonna.
Oh no.
Their only order is get revenge.
Angry plastic noises.
Yeah, no, they have animate dead, raise dead, create undead.
Yeah, but Create Undead is higher level spell.
Yeah, so is raise dead, but still.
Raise Dead's a 5th level spell.
Yeah,
Create is
is
I
6.
think 6th.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the list right now because I was just like, what other bring back the dead, besides not counting like revivify?
I'm going to cast Unvivify.
Fuck you.
I
Is
love
that
how.
just power word kill?
Yes.
Yeah. I love how I'm like looking into necromancy magic and everything for clerics and just
Fucking
there's
power
the
word
one,
cringe.
1 6th level spell is just harm. Like
Yeah.
yeah, sure, yeah. I could cast
The-
harm by stabbing
there's-
somebody with a sword.
It's either 6th or 7th level where there's heal and then there's harm.
Yeah, harm, yeah, is 6th
Is
level.
everybody here?
No.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
I'm back.
I've disappeared.
I mean, same. All right.
Heal and harm are 6th level spells.
There you go. Nice. All right.
Your mother.
Having conversed with Aiden and seemingly gained a uneasy sense of trust, enough to be entrusted with the weapon of choice from him. You all have a path set before you. But before this path can be tread, as you all stand there, you begin to hear a noise.
What is that?
There is a look of alarm and confliction on Aiden's face as he looks over to you. You best hide.
Look for the nearest hiding spot.
I guess I'm hiding too.
Now bear in mind, you are all effectively here, like in the entrance area, so you have some plants you can dive into. You could choose to hide in the house. You could choose to hide in the windmill, but beyond these options here, there's a whole bunch of open fields before we get to what was formerly the edge of the force field, the edge of the property.
This is the barn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the barn.
I will run into the windmill.
Yeah, I'm gonna join Dagny at the windmill.
I'll run into the barn.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide in like the hay loft or whatever.
All right, we got 2 people in the barn, 2 people in the windmill.
Cowboy's gonna camouflage with dirt.
He's gonna like just jump into like a mole hole and just start digging.
It sounds on brand.
You're all going to take your hiding places, and you do see the source of the noise that is rapidly approaching. This is a lot like the ship that you had encountered, but it is very much intact and rapidly heading your way. Round of stealth rolls, action hide from all of you.
Oh shit, I don't know if my new armor is disadvantage on stealth. Where
Oh, it could be way worse. Okay.
I'm wearing... Get the dice out of the way so I can see what I have equipped. Oh yeah, that's definitely disadvantage, god damn it.
Alright. The airship touches down some distance away, a good 100 feet off from the actual farmhouse. You can see that these large sails that are attached to this hull by these cables retract as the cables pull it to form, and these prongs extend as though mechanical chitinous legs for it to rest itself on the ground. It makes as elegant of a descent as it can, and you can see a part of the hull parts and would hit the ground to create a walkway. You can see Aiden stands where he is, and there is a series of figures that begin to descend out from the ship. And get this, you can see a few approaching.
Surveyors.
Which, by the way, you don't know the term Auroran Surveyor.
Creepy guys in trench coats.
Don't let them near school.
There's 4 of these guys in total that are in a square formation, and there is a 5th figure in the center that walks down along with them.
He looks like a douchebag.
That is just,
Called it.
That is peak nerd.
You can see these 5 individuals approach the farmhouse, and Aiden stands somewhat awkwardly as this officer and his men approach him. And for all of you, you're pretty far away. And for those in the windmill, there's only a small little hole that you can even see part of what's going on. For those in the farmhouse, or the little, like, stable, It's a slightly better view, but you're considerably farther away. And you really can't decipher the conversation that is taking place. The man in the white coat is calm, collected, and has his arms clasped behind his back. He doesn't seem to be very commanding, but is more so carefully engaging in conversation and asking a series of questions to Aiden. And make a roll for Aiden real quick. Okay. You can see Aiden points towards the sky and points farther off into the hills from the direction for which all of you had come from. And then looks back towards his house, his eyes glancing from the house to the windmill, the stables, and to the other areas that are adjacent. The captain seemingly has a sharp focus, and he would match the places for which Aiden drifts off towards. The men in these suits, these trench coats and masks, they begin to pace around the place and are surveying the landscape. There's these weird devices that they are holding. Details are lost given their distance, and they have this blue light that seems to stretch across all of the plants, walkways, and even parts of the house. And as for, let's see, it was Arethal and Dagny that you were in the windmill?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where exactly are you? To describe your technique for keeping a low profile inside the windmill here.
I would try and find the most inconspicuous spot and kind to shield myself as much as I can with the cloak, and if possible try and kind of weave my own personal magic into it to kind of make it more like it fits into the scenery.
Okay. There is a series of upper levels that do give you access to higher grounds, and there is kind of a loft here with where you can see the main shaft. But you find an area that's relatively high up where you can perform this. Arethal, how are you keeping a low profile?
I mean, I assume, seeing as it's a windmill, those cloth things are probably necessary, right? For if one tears, you're probably going to want to keep a replacement nearby, right?
One can assume, logically.
Probably kind of hide within that.
Okay.
Just fucking, oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck.
Like you're hiding in a laundry pile.
Yeah, essentially, like using rope stacking, trying to stack it upon myself to make it look not like someone could hide under there. But probably doing a poor job of it.
All right. We are. You can see that the man surveying the bottom floor of the windmill has a bit of a scan, and you see it flash a few times and occasionally pulses brightly, and his interest seems to peak, and he considers the immediate area and outside, and eventually comes back inside, and his gaze falls upwards, and he would carefully move up a single level and begins waving this thing around. It's unclear what exactly he's searching for. You don't really know what this device is doing, but you feel like if you were to leave him to his own devices, he's eventually going to make it to the upper floor where you are hiding. Is there anything you would like to do, or are you going to continue with your low profile?
I would like to very subtly use prestidigitation to create sort of a knock away from my person.
A knock, like someone...
Well, You know how, like a weird creak or just sort of like something just hit something, you know?
So the settling of the building, almost?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're creating this where back the way you came?
Yeah.
You do so, and looks over his shoulder towards the creek for a moment, does a quick scan, and quickly goes about towards his current trajectory. And you do hear him. He raises his hand to his mask, and you do hear some muttering. And steps are taken higher.
God damn it. Is there a window near me?
Yes. You can see near the top, there is a swirling of magic around the shaft. It looks like there's some more complicated, intricate function to this than leads to the eye until you've actually come and seen the mechanisms now that you're here. But there is a window at the top.
Okay.
It might expose us to the guys outside, though. Hit.
God damn it.
I don't have stealth-based spells.
I'm trying to think logically here. Okay, what can I see outside the window?
You can see Aiden and this white-coated man continuing to converse. The nature of their conversation is civil, but definitely on a relatively serious topic. You can see that Aiden is furrowing his brow and is kind of shifting his feet a little bit. And they are both occasionally looking up towards the sky. The other two masked men have begun to do perimeters of the house. For one goes inside and one continues an outside sweep.
Fuck. I feel like in some sort of act of desperation to just not be revealed, she'll try and reach within herself to the radiance within her to make herself less visible to this person.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes.
Oh God. You're gonna turn into a firefly.
Yeah, you're gonna glow.
I think you saw that happen too, Nadira.
Like
To me,
like
I was glowing.
like her literal only thought, like, she doesn't really have a spell that can.
She's panicking.
Like, she's panicking. Yeah, her only thought is to don't move, don't be seen, don't be heard, don't do anything.
I mean, I have command, but I feel like that would be like kind of revealing, and they just come right back with a sense of
Urgency.
hey, something definitely is up here.
I'll just say the inner Varen in me right now has like 7 ideas and I want to scream, but continue, please.
Yeah, no, she's.
B-Man,
Yeah.
we are still technically actively bleeding, right? Not like mechanically, but like the wounds aren't quite shutting.
Yeah, the packing in your wounds has been soaked a bit red, and if you remove them, you will continue to bleed.
Before he gets up here, can I try to make it look like someone left through the window with the blood?
You're gonna take your own blood and, like, what do you mean, like flick it towards there?
Yeah, kind of like, hey, wait a minute kind of thing.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it. I got it.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
How far away is this guy from me?
He's about 20 feet straight down, slowly winding up.
He's 20 feet straight down. Okay. When he gets within 15 feet of me, I'm gonna cast a spell at him.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh. Wait, if you're planning on blowing him up, do you have rope first?
I'm not
That's
gonna
your
blow him up. Why is that the automatic first thing you go to?
Well,
Because
okay.
you fireballed on impulse.
I'm not gonna destroy the windmill, Jesus.
Fair enough.
He gets closer, and you can see he's waving a little bit more intently, and he kind of bangs his head, his hand rather, against the apparatus that's creating this blue light as it begins to flicker a bit more intensely. You hear him kind of radio in one more time. It's a bit jarbled. It's something that's almost obfuscated, but you can vaguely make out that it is common they are speaking, but a lot of it is coded. But yeah, he does close the distance. He's 15 feet away now.
All right. I will go ahead and cast telekinesis on him.
You what?
I want to restrain him.
Oh, Jesus. It's gonna be so cool if it works.
His limbs pulled tight to his body and him lifted off the ground.
Okay, you do so. Let's see. This is a saving throw, isn't it? Let me see.
It is. They have to make an ability check against my spellcasting ability. My spellcasting ability against the creature's strength.
All right, I'm gonna give this guy disadvantage because he was not expecting this.
Oh boy.
And what's your DC? Was it 17? You said?
Yes.
Yep. You succeed.
B-Man, as
Yep.
if I see Dagny, like, is this a verbal spell too?
Let's see.
Let me
verbal and somatic components.
I'm going to cast command on him with the command word silence.
You see that he gets picked up and he's startled. You can see one of his hands distinctly is going up towards his mask, but then stops as it is thrust against his side. And you can see before he has a chance to actually finish anything further, he didn't have his hand up to his head this time, so you think it might have been fine. Yeah. Let's see. Listen, safe. That's a failure.
Yes.
And then with silence. And for 6 seconds, he is now silent and suspended.
I rush up close to him and I rip his mask off and I take the device from his hand.
Oh my god. Okay.
Bruh.
These masks are not just a quick clip off. They are secured, and you are not acquainted with this. You could try to force it off.
I'm gonna use telekinesis to force it off.
All right. So using telekinesis, this is the start of technically a new round.
Oh god.
At this point, yeah, he managed to rip the mask off, and you can see there is a young male in his mid-20s with this. He's clean shaven, has this short brown hair and kind of like these rounded facial features, and is wide-eyed to spot all of you as you rip off the mask and you take this device away from him.
Fingers to. I put my fingers to my lips to keep him quiet.
Do you have like create water or something like that?
Oh wait, actually, I
You
might
could just like create water in his mouth and just drown him in the silence.
Waterboard him.
God.
I
Jesus.
have it, but I don't have it prepared. I could create food and water in his mouth.
Yeah.
We got any bloodbenders here?
That's silly. You could just telekinesis his mouth shut.
Damn, this is a good moment to have hold person. Unfortunately, I don't. Fuck.
Well, what's your next move?
Well, I do.
At this point, given we're about to, why don't we roll for initiative?
Yep.
I mean, realistically, too, at
Everybody
this
or just
point-
those two?
You guys are not aware of what's happening right now, so it's just those two and this
Okay.
guy.
Cool.
Well,
Cool.
Let me see.
technically, too, you probably could have gotten away with not even doing anything and just sitting there silently.
Mm-hmm.
I have a
Maybe.
feeling that might
Here
have
for a
worked.
good time, not for a long time.
Let me see.
Oh no.
1. That's a good thing that's an initiative, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Aerithal stubs his toe while getting ready.
He just shits himself.
Oh no.
All right. Tensions are high as you have him in your grasp. I'll be nice here and say that this is the round for which the silence spell is still in effect, the command word. So he is unable to speak or shout, as it were. However, he is going to use his action to try to get free again. It's a strength roll, DC 17. Let's see how he does. Nope, he's staying stuck. But that's his turn. Dagny.
Gotta use my action to maintain the grip on him. Can I try and like search his persons for like any sort of objects that might be useful to me?
Sure. Now, bear in mind, this clothing that he has is a bit foreign. So it is going to take a little bit longer to go through everything because this guy has quite a few different pockets and satchels and things like that.
Okay, let me refine it. Can I try and find any seeable weapon? Do I see any weapons on him?
Yeah, there's a basic short sword and also a light crossbow as like simple weapons that are on his utility belt. But there's probably a lot more he's concealing.
Well, just to mitigate any melee damage, I'll remove the short sword and the crossbow off his person.
Okay. You alleviate him of those two immediate weapons. All right.
And before I end my turn, I will just kind of say to his face, "Been looking for us for quite a while, haven't you?"
His eyes are a bit, you can see a bit of almost confusion and surprise in his expression. Unsure what quite to make of you, but understanding that you are clearly not friendly. Aerithal.
I suppose I'll aim the rifle at him and tell him to... I'm just going to say, answer her. You scream or shout, and I put this round through your head.
I cast gun, prepare to meet God.
I see.
And trust me, it's going to fucking hurt.
Roll intimidation.
I'm not good at those, but I'm trying, man.
Yeah!
I'm good at those.
As you do this,
Gun helps.
as though pleased by your threats of violence, you can see the piece of the blue dragon horn inside of the crystalline sphere almost flare and crackle with the anticipation of shooting around straight through this guy's skull as you've successfully shaken him, and you can see the confusion in his eyes be replaced with pure adrenaline, and you can see his breathing becomes quite heavy, and he speaks. What the hell? Who are you?
I imagine you've been looking for some anomalies that came from the sky, are you not?
Yes, naturally.
Didn't think there would be people attached to it, did you?
What?
You didn't think
Are
that...
you responsible for the storms?
Well, in one way or another. But that's only in retaliation for your people attacking us.
Us? What in the hell's you talking about, lady? Do you realize how much trouble you're in?
The Twin Kings attacking the last bastion of humanity on the surface? External Helios?
The war effort? To reclaim the what? I don't what? He's confused.
Shh, now. We don't want to alert your little friends to what's going on now, do we?
Let's see. I'm gonna have him make a roll here. You can tell he's definitely still struggling to get free from your grasp, but he's not going full throttle just yet. And you can see a bit of intensity in his eyes. He's getting rather frustrated, and he shakes his head at both of you. Do you understand how much trouble you're all in right now? They'll have you detained for this.
For what?
They're gonna... interfering with a serious affair? Do you realize how much potential danger is on the horizon?
What affair? What danger?
They're gonna cannon run you into the uninhabitable zone at this point.
Well, it's not like we wanted to be here. We fell through a hole in the earth.
Lady, what the fuck are you talking about?
I told you to shut up, and I clamped my hand over his mouth.
I think it's time for you to listen instead of speak.
I would like to try and tighten the grip a little bit with telekinesis.
Okay, you do so. Arathol, any action? Actually, yeah, let's see here. So, I'm just gonna start. We'll say that the round was spent with you two talking, and you tighten that. Arathol, anything in particular you're doing?
I am going to... Well, I was hiding in rope and cloth. I guess I'm going to grab some rope and cloth and get ready to tie this guy up.
Easily done. It's a claustrophobic space, so you can easily retrieve the pretty, it's pretty strong material. It's like a reinforced canvas, and you can begin wrapping it around him.
As long as you do as we say, we aren't going to hurt you. Well, we aren't going to kill you.
Alright. He is going to try to break free. Let's see how he does. You're dead to me.
Oh, he rolled a 4.
He grits his teeth and looks at both of you. I don't know what kind of fanatics you dumbasses think you are, but it's already over for you.
Why do you say that?
Captain Jaw is a lot more wise than you seem to think. How do you think this is going to end? He's going to detain both of you for this. And probably the rest of your family down there at this point.
It's not our family.
I don't think they're going to see it that way. You can do whatever you want to me, but I'm sorry. You already messed up.
It's a damn shame. I didn't want to kill you.
What the hell?
Oh God.
Dagny,
What?
let's not prove them right on what they think we are.
Then at least we have a bargaining chip then, don't we? He wants to keep
Trust
one of
me.
his men. He leaves the family alone. Or we at least keep him here long enough to make sure the dragon comes back.
I think they'll leave the family alone once they realize we aren't actually related to the family. As I'm going to, I assume I've been wearing the robe over my armor.
Yeah.
I'm going to reveal the Highshire emblem.
You do so, and it all clicks in his eyes. And he looks to you with a new conviction. What the hell? Goddamn worshippers.
Worshippers. We are citizens of Highshire, the city that the Aurora Kingdoms were attacking on the surface. We are just as human as you are.
You're lab rats. You don't even realize what your city is, do you?
That we were inadvertently worshipping an angel that we knew nothing about? No, we had no idea.
But you seemed set on exterminating us.
Exterminating? We were taking what we needed.
You
By
were
killing
people.
everyone.
I witnessed it.
You think we like being murderers? We did what we had to. I can't speak on behalf of everyone, but there's reasons behind all of this. You guys are idiots for doing this. You're even dumber than I thought. And his voice, by the way, is gotten pretty loud.
I crush him with telekinesis.
Can that do damage?
Oh God.
I'll make it do it. Give me a roll. Do something, man.
Oh shit.
Let me see here. Well, you already have the grip on him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Why don't you roll? Why don't you give me 4d6 bludgeoning plus your spellcasting modifier?
That's 23.
Here we go. He takes the damage, and you can see that his metal complexion begins to crunch, and the eyes flicker for a second. Or actually, no, he doesn't even have the helmet on. Never mind. Yeah, you can see that he's mid-sentence. You crush him, and he goes, "Ah, God!" That was even louder. And for our two companions over in the barn, no one seemingly came really towards you. And you saw them do a sweep through the house, and through this time, you saw business seemingly conclude between the captain and Aiden. And the captain began a stroll back in the direction of the airship, where he reboarded. However, there's still 3 other surveyors that are wrapping up their business. 2 of them are going out towards the border area, but a third one is right here. And you see his attention suddenly snap towards the windmill. You know that 2 of your friends are in there, and that body motion looked very concerning. Anything you 2 would like to do?
There's also a sheep still there.
Yeah, there is.
I think we should stick low. I think we should stay low. I do not think our asses should get up.
I'm assuming the barn isn't within 15 feet of the, like, this lower roof, right?
That's a good 50 feet off. 50.
Okay, I cannot do that idea.
We just hide behind the barn and stay quiet. What are you doing?
I was gonna see if I could teleport up to the roof and still be, like, hidden from their sight and see if I could see better what's happening, but I guess Yeah. Is there like a hiding spot outside of this where we can go that's kind of closer? Or just me or something?
Your best bet right now is to snake along the farmhouse, because the rest, like I said before, is pretty open.
I don't want to waste a 4th level spell slot on this, but I could. Are there still shimmer sheep walking around the farm?
3 are in the pen. 1 is posted on the windmill, and you can see a 5th one grazing through one of the crops.
Fine. I hopefully this goes the way I want it to. I am gonna cast polymorph on Jaxul into a shimmer sheep. Can I do that?
It is statistically identical to a goat. Let me see.
Which I assume
a goat definitely has a challenge rating less than 10, so
yeah,
technically it should work, and I'm a willing, so I don't have to do a save.
I'm seeing a CR as 0. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. It has 4 HP and can do 1d4.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
Great. So I'm gonna polymorph him into a shimmer sheep, and then because it does not break my concentration, I'm going to wild shape myself into a shimmer sheep.
2 shimmer sheep have now spawned in the barn.
I guess I'll. So you said the other one was grazing over here. Is that in relation to that can be within can see the windmill?
Yeah, from here where the sheep is, you definitely can see the
windmill. Yeah, okay,
right.
I guess I'll wander over there and quote-unquote graze with the other sheep.
All right, you guys make headway. At this point, both of you roll for initiative.
Okay. It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever done.
I didn't expect to be doing this, but I mean, here we are.
Neither did I.
I feel bad for you, Muda. Sorry. I hate splitting the party. I hate it.
You're good.
Absolutely hate it. All right. Oh, look, the 2 of you were on the top of the initiative. Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that would bring us back to the surveyor. Well, he's done pulling his punches. Oop. You will Misty Step.
Counterspell.
And being moved. I'm gonna say, oh my god. Of course you would.
You are not allowed to leave.
Of fucking course you would. Fucking fun police is here. Alright, never mind. That was a bonus action. So he still has his action.
He casts Fireball.
Oh, he's restrained. He will once again try to get free. Come on, motherfucker, please. You can do some pretty cool shit, but you can't... Fuck your mom.
All right. 3 minutes.
At this point, he's in clear pain, and he's in full-on fight mode. Dagning.
Now.
He just screamed pretty loud. You figure at least somebody heard that.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the mask that I ripped off of him, and you're gonna and I'm gonna have it basically put it back on his face, and I'm gonna tell him. You're gonna tell him that you stubbed your toe, and that you caused some damage to yourself before I let you go. You will convince them of that, and you will leave. Do you understand?
You can see he opens his mouth to speak, and you see him go as he spits blood in your face.
Yeah, let's go, boy.
And you can hear a voice coming from the inside of the mask.
How much of a gap is it between the stair and the floor?
I mean, you're on the stairs right now. I mean, the stairs are only a couple of feet wide, so...
But is there, a sizable gap, in between the stair and whatever the center is?
Yeah, so it's a spiral staircase, and there's a gap in the center, so you could send him off if you wanted to do.
I'm gonna hold him. I'm gonna move him over to the center of the gap from where we are.
Okay.
And I will say to him, last chance.
Like I said, you already lost.
I drop concentration.
All right.
Fuck.
He's a good 20 feet in the air. Actually, no, you're higher up. That's about 30. Okay, you will take the fall damage. Minus. He lands hard, and you can see there's a bit of a rough duck and tumble as he tumbles onto the ground.
How big is the window?
Big enough to jump out of.
Okay, I will say, well, I can't do that, but, because moving him took an action, so I'll have to wait till the next run around to do this.
And by the way, like, you've been crushing him, he just took a fall, and you're looking down, he still looks like he's in fighting shape. He's tough.
Yeah.
And I will say, because you're by the window, you can see that there's one more surveyor outside that is quickly closing in to investigate. And that fall was loud.
I'm assuming Jackson Nadira see all this? Or is
Yeah,
it like on the other side of the windmill?
So you were able to hear the initial yelling, and you just heard what sounded like a metallic body hitting the ground. You figure things are probably going pretty poorly for them.
I'm gonna meander on over to like whatever closest edge is to like here with whatever those crates of whatever are, and do like the pretend grazing again.
Well, yeah, we'll get to you. We're still in the initiative. Aerithal.
How bad does this man look? Dude, does it look like I could end up ending him?
You're gonna have to do quite a bit of damage. You've been squeezing him, he just took a fall, but he's still able to fight. He's not bloody yet. DM suggestion, I wouldn't stick around.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we need to leave.
Well, I have something for next turn,
I'll say that once this secondary surveyor catches any whiff of what's going on, it's gonna be radioed in. You figure at this point, like, that is inevitable. It's imminent.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to escape through the window.
Yep. You do have a bit of a gap here, but you can jump onto the nearby rooftop, and you have an avenue to slide down. The other two surveyors are on the far side, so they haven't seemingly noticed this, at least until a radio comes in.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
All right. You jump out through the window, and you have a shimmy onto the roof. The sheep who are grazing see this.
Meh.
Yeah, we just make sheep noises. It just like, I guess,
Meh.
like, I'm gonna like look at Nadira, just keep like looking between the two to see if he kind of somewhat understands what's happening.
Given there's the sound of conflict, and Aerithal is making a window escape, you can piece together the situation.
Well, I'm just letting him know that we are not like regular sheep. If it's like literally looking at him, looking at another, looking at him, looking at another.
We're not like other shimmer sheep.
Now Aerothal's concentrated on like not falling off the roof, so you can't notice the grazing sheep and if they're acting weird. And to the sheep, you look over to your left and do see that this giant thing is still parked, and it's ready to go.
I feel like that's him attempting to steal it.
I mean, I'm assuming there's probably like 20 more on the ship. This ship is probably like massive. It's got to run like a whole crew.
Given the size, you expect there to be more than a crew of 5.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, so don't fucking steal the ship.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with a fucking sheep. I guess I will just remain inconspicuous with my other sheepies.
Yeah, I'll get a little
How long does
closer.
polymorph last?
An hour.
An hour.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little closer to
I'd
them,
say so.
but still be in an area where I could like fake graze.
Okay. You two are maintaining your facade.
Yeah.
Yup.
I'm just inching like a little closer, I guess, to.
I am the sheep and the sheep is me.
If everything literally just goes balls to the wall, I'm just gonna fucking headbutt the nearest guy.
Hear me out. These guys are probably going to execute this farmer for housing like actual war criminals. So one thing you guys could do is maybe get in there, relay that to him, and then maybe cut his face with a knife so that he has a probable story to be able to say, oh, these crazy angel worshippers came in here, didn't even know they were here, you know, something like that.
Sheep.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Polymorph lasts an hour, so I'm literally just a sheep for an hour unless I take 4 damage or something.
That's what's up. But yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's kind of a good idea. Did he go back in his house, or is he still kind of like hanging around?
Aiden went back inside.
Okay, yeah,
He's telling the rest of his family to lay low.
Yeah, I guess if I could still be somewhat inconspicuous as a sheep, just like walking into the guy's house, or like getting onto the porch at least. I'm gonna do that.
Have some sheep hooves, and there's a doorknob.
Well, I'll just at least be on the porch.
Yes, you can do that at least.
Yeah.
The door.
All right, that's your go.
Yeah, basically, I can't really do anything else. It'd be like smashing my head on the door or something. I don't know.
Maybe give a gentle knock with your horns.
That's not conspicuous.
Yeah, I mean, are they going to actually answer it? That's the thing.
Well, considering who's outside.
But it's also not conspicuous. A sheep just knocking on the fucking door.
They don't know.
I mean, they're focusing on all that shit. Yeah, I guess I'll like kind of knock the door with my horns.
Sheep have all that brains. Like, that is
just see what happens. Because I'm assuming all the surveyors are now looking at the fact that a guy just dropped, what, like 30 feet and smashed into the ground?
One is. All right, so that's your go here. You're closing the distance here, and your action. Goat knock.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a second here. The surveyor on the ground screams out, "Call it in! Virgins, run!" And you do hear some radio chatter coming from outside.
Oh, shit.
We're gonna do another thing here. This, that. Well, shit. Okay. We'll do this too. All right.
Oh, God.
That's not good.
Oh, there's more of them.
Christ. He scrambles to his feet and looks straight up at Dagny and produces something from his satchel and throws it straight up at her. Let's see here. Dagny, make a dexterity saving throw.
Nat 20.
Ooh. There is a very forceful explosion. There we go.
Granada! Granada pushka!
you see a spherical force field form at the point of impact, entrapping a bunch of debris as many mechanism pieces of the windmill get destroyed and encapsulated in this giant ball, and a horrific grinding noise begins coming from the windmill. As you can see, the mechanism is slowly coming to a stop. He just tried to capture you the same way he encapsulated the Warforged Titan from last night. However, it was in vain. And you can see he takes a defensive position on the outside of the windmill and is seemingly preparing something. Dagny.
All right.
You can hear outside, things are beginning to stir.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to touch Arathol and myself, and I'm going to go ahead and cast Fly at 4th level. So both of us now have a flying speed of 60.
Okay.
And
at this point,
I'm going to fly out the window to the other side of this roof here.
All right. Now, hold on a second. Is Fly to cast that on another creature? Is that touch or is that within range?
Touch a willing creature.
This is touch.
All right, so you'd have to jump out of that window first, shimmy down, and then you're able to use this. So you're using your movement speed to close the gap with Arathol, then you touch him with the spell.
Yes.
Hey, then we get the 60 extra feet.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. And the two sheep, you can see shit's getting really bad really fast.
Alrighty. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. Alright. The 3 surveyors are closing the gap here. Dagny, there is a red bolt of energy that goes shooting just over your shoulder as there's something is being shot towards you. You think that's one of the surveyors. The other 2 are closing the gap. Arathol, you are lifting off the ground and you can feel you've been given the gift of flight.
Oh boy, time to go the fuck away.
Yeah, I've caught a crippling case of fuck this place.
Yeah. I'm going to action fucking run. Or, well, fucking fly.
Very well.
120 feet away.
Zoom. All right. What are our sheep doing?
I'm trotting whatever direction they're not in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we probably see what direction Arathol flies in.
Yep, you see a floating cleric go zoop.
I guess, yeah, just go that way.
Yeah.
All right. I assume, Nadira, you're following suit.
Yeah.
All right. The conditions are worsening.
Oh god.
Okay.
Ooh, it's moderate. Spooky.
Let me see here. Give me 1 second. You hear a noise coming from the airship. And there was a huge pulse that echoes through the air. You have no idea what the fuck that was. Surveyors are in pursuit. You guys are zipping off.
Yeah, 120 feet after Earthal.
Okay.
Oh no.
Flying through the air. I'd say let's call this some acrobatics rolls to see how your getaway is. There's rapidly approaching storm clouds that, should you use them intelligently and zip one to the other, you may be able to evade being spotted as much as you can.
Hold on a second.
Acrobatics. Not terrible.
Not bad. 14.
Ugh. All right.
Fuck you mean,
I'm gonna roll this twice. Aerithal, here's a stupid question. Does a 29 beat your AC?
Fuck!
Oh, ow, yes it does.
All right. There's a bolt of yellow light that comes shooting through the clouds and would hit you dead in the shoulder as you take 36 force damage.
Fucking hell!
Let's see. Dagny, is an 18 beat your DC?
Well, we're dead.
My AC, let's see, that's... I don't know why my thing says 15, because I don't know how to adjust it, but, with Sacred Prayer, that's +2. Plus I'm concentrating... It's not 15, I'm trying to say. Because it's only 15 if it's Sacred Prayer plus Mage Armor, and I haven't had a chance to cast Mage Armor yet. So, it's 10 plus 2 from Sacred Prayer, and because I'm concentrating on a spell, that's another +2, so it's 14. Either way, it still hits me.
Either way, this is gonna hit you. All right. There's a ray that comes streaking through the clouds and hits you for 29 force damage.
Ow.
However, you two at this point, given how fast you're going and combined with the poor conditions, you have escaped immediate proximity of this ship that is coming fast after all of you.
Okay.
To the two sheep who are on the ground, you see all of this happen, and they are none the wiser to the two of you who are happily grazing away.
I mean, this is just so stupid. I guess just follow after them? I mean, I don't know.
I kind of just want to hang. If we follow after them, then we are very conspicuous. But if we just happily graze, who gives a fuck about two sheep?
Yeah, and then at least we'll have Cobweb, I guess. Because he's gonna be here at some point. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
We do
So
have
Cobweb,
a sense of self-preservation.
You've been taking a pretty good hike. It's a couple miles in this direction, and after being pinged by Aerithal, you definitely had confirmation that that's where you have to go. And the storm rapidly reapproaches as all of this happens. And you saw that as you cleared the way, there was that airship that was parked next to that farmhouse. A bit foreboding, but you figure trouble has a way of finding your friends.
Oh,
But
bugger.
you're maybe a couple 100 feet away, and you slow your approach because you get a feeling that something is wrong. You feel it in your chest almost, a sort of synergy, as if you can feel anxiety, stress, and adrenaline coming from some people that are connected to you in some way, as if you synergize with how they're feeling in an increasingly dire situation. To then you hear the engines of this airship lift, and it begins shooting off into the clouds. These rays from these arcane cannons that are mounted to it before you lose sight of it in the storm clouds.
Oh shit. Yeah, I gotta go after him. Hold on. Let me see here. I'm going to second wind.
Okay.
Stop. Okay, 9. Okay, I'm at 59 HP. Shit. Alright, I guess I'll action dash in their direction.
Go ahead and, to the best of your ability, follow the vague direction for which this dogfight is taking place.
Mm-hmm.
And remind me the actions of the 2 sheep. Were you getting to trail off?
Well, I guess
I know that you were at the door, but
I was just planning on hanging out because if Cobweb was running to the farm, making his way over.
all right.
Yeah, hanging out. I'm not looking to die.
But now it seems like, granted we don't know, but now it seems like he's running towards the airship and everything, so whatever. Just hanging out,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
So you're hanging around by the farmhouse.
Yeah.
The 4 surveyors reconvene, and there's a great deal of communication between the 4 of them. And after a while, you see one of them produces what looks like some medical kit. And there's a series of gels and gauze pads and strange little bits and bobs that are seemingly used to treat his wounds. And they get several pairs of pliers and whatnot that bend the metal plates back in the rough shape of what they once were, at least enough so he can move while still wearing it, given they are fastening their masks as the storm is reapproaching and seemingly is going to interfere with things again. You notice that the storm is a lot more unkind to the house without anything protecting it, and you can see these streaks of aura graze the roof of the house, and pieces of shingles begin to fly off. Shortly after, the 4 surveyors would approach the front door and forcefully bang on the door. Door opens as Aiden once again answers, and the 4 of them barge right in. Door slams behind them, and there's commotion.
Does it sound like fighting, or just more like they're kind of like doing a shakedown type
It's
thing?
a shakedown, to be sure. You could try to go up to the window, but bear in mind, doing this is not usual sheep behavior, and you're putting yourself at risk, but you can get a better insight for what's happening if you choose to do that.
I mean, I can't. Fuck. I don't know, Shannon. Do you have any ideas?
I mean, I could turn into a bug and crawl inside, like who's gonna see a cockroach, but at the same time, that doesn't feel like the best decision right now. I mean, if you, because you're probably, well, no, because your stealth is a disadvantage because you're fucking loud armor.
I mean, I can.
I think
depending on
in
how long
your
this
current-
takes, my.
I think currently in a polymorph, I don't think armor
No.
disadvantages apply.
I'm using sheep stats basically.
Yes.
Yeah, sheep stats are terrible.
They're already pretty much alert right now. You could just like create a distraction.
I mean, if we make noise, is it really going to make any difference considering the weather and everything?
I was gonna say they're not gonna hear a distraction over this.
And
Well,
even
not
so, they'll probably
noise,
just,
but maybe
know.
something flashy.
We have that's
well.
flashy.
I mean, it's basically up to you. I'm a sheep for another, I don't know, hour basically.
Well, I could also drop it and then you wouldn't be a sheep anymore.
Well, I don't think polymorph is concentrate. I think it's
Yeah, it
just
is.
a one and done. It
It
is.
is, yeah.
It's concentration.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But I didn't take any damage, so I didn't have to maintain it.
Okay, let's see what I have that can possibly do anything.
I mean, I got a lot of flashy, but I don't want to be drawing attention to myself either.
I mean, my one loud thing I can do is Thunderstep, but that's just going to sound like the storm we're in.
Is
And may
this
damage their home
Minor
further
illusion.
too if it's doing it close enough.
This is concentration. It would drop my polymorph concentration. But it would cause one hell of a distraction. 90 feet, so I could be 180 feet away.
I do need to ask, what are your intentions on forming a course of action here? Because
no idea. I'm trying to figure
maybe just giving them time to, like, creating a distraction with enough time that they could try to run. But I'm also curious, and what I would love to know more information, but we'd have to approach the house, is it just him, or is the whole family in there? Like, in the room with the shakedown, or did the family get a chance to get away?
It seems like
I will say that when they were outside, all of them at most moments had their hands up to their heads. They were talking to a lot of other people, you think?
I heard the guy scream, right?
Yep.
Do I think it'll be loud enough to hear over the storm?
Unless it's right up against the window panes, maybe not.
Is there a hiding space within 30 feet of a window pane?
What do you mean hiding space?
Like a bush or something, because if she can drop concentration on me, I can minor illusion their buddies scream, like right by the window or something.
So, yeah, there's some crops nearby, but worth considering all 4 of them are inside.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, at this point,
you might as well just go.
It's not even worth getting inside.
Yeah. I guess just hang out and just see what happens unless something sounds like it's active fighting. I guess I'm just gonna hang around as a sheep, but be nearby the door, I guess, like the porch.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a backup plan, but I don't want to just randomly for shits and giggles do it.
All right.
Because it's gonna cause so much chaos. So I guess just wait.
All right. Give your DM a minute here. I wasn't expecting to need this, but we're doing it. Okay. Where the fuck did I put there? It is. Oh yeah. Oh, you goofed. Bring this up. Come on. Christ. All right, so you're maintaining a low profile, and
Yeah.
you can see there's an exchange of glances between the two of you, having met up and are waiting around. The other shimmer sheep, the ones who are free at least, are in something of a panic and are taking cover. They're definitely giving you an avenue. And that almost very distant sound of the engines of this airship are now coming from 2 directions. One is continuing to fade out, but another one is fading in. And you can see that there's something churning the clouds overhead that is enormous. Give me a minute here. Something overhead is descending in the storm, and you can make out its silhouettes.
What the fuck?
Oh dear.
At this point, I think it just might just get captured. At least we'd be like out of the storm. We'd be somewhat safe.
You can tell there's nothing inviting about this giant capital ship that is fast approaching. Your friends are off in the storm somewhere. 3 of them now, or yeah, 3 of them. Staying here doesn't seem safe anymore, and it seems like the Sindalas have their fate on lock, although they're not being harmed from what you can tell.
We need to go.
Are the
We've
two of
gotta
you
get outta here.
vacating the premises?
Yeah, I guess we'll just. They're not really gonna. All the noise. There are two sheeps out, and they just run from the noise. It's yeah.
They're not. Yeah, they wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't even care. So I guess just book it towards where they went as sheep.
All
for
right,
as long as we can.
Sheepies unite.
off we
Flee from
go.
the noise.
As two shimmer sheep escape the Sindala farmhouse. And for Cobweb, you can get a basic idea of what's happening here. Well, as much as you can being an outsider. And you do see that enormous ship is descending several hundred feet away from the farmhouse.
Yeah, at this point, Cobweb knows shit has hit the fan. He's gonna cast Alter Self to sort of shift his facial features around and make himself appear more like a halfling. Just in case, because they still don't really know what I look like yet. And yeah, he's just fucking tearing ass through the the underbrush, trying to keep pace with the fucking spaceship.
There's two interesting shapes that are reflecting light quite vibrantly that are heading in your general direction. As curiously, there's these two animals that you've never seen before that are in the exact trajectory of the airship. And it's a bit weird. You can see further off, there's even fainter shimmers of similar animals taking cover, but these two, whatever they are just very intent on just heading out into extreme danger. It's very unusual. But there's that feeling in your chest that tells you there's something more to it.
Cobweb does get that feeling in his chest, but he also gets that feeling in his stomach, and he has to snap himself. No, I can't, no matter how delicious they look. Yeah, as he, with renewed vigor, begins dashing through the underbrush.
Okay. So our two sheep friends roll perception.
Okay. Keep my wisdom, thank God. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Indira, you can see that there is someone out here with you, far off. Your senses are heightened, and there is a brief lull in the storm that you can see some shaking bushes. And at this point, you don't know what it could be, but it's definitely humanoid shaped. Given that you're expecting Cobweb at some point, and it's the right stature, you're thinking this may be him.
I'm gonna go running at the bush.
That you do. And you encounter a halfling seemingly scared out of his wits, heading for cover. And to said halfling, in quotes, the sheep are seemingly coming after you now.
Okay. Getting a fantastic idea. What is it? Smoke begins to pour from his ears as he begins to have an idea. He reaches out and attempts to grab onto the horns of the animal and attempts to mount it like a horse.
I let it happen.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what are you doing?
I would like to mount the sheep.
You mount the sheep.
Poor choice of words, my friend.
You mount the sheep.
I meant what I said.
To both the sheep, that warmth in your chest seems to resonate with this halfling. It's Cobweb.
Yeah. I'm gonna whirl around and just start heading back towards Jackstool and like the way we were going with towards the others.
All right. And away you go.
Oh, rip.
Ree.
Whoopsie doodles. And the sheep brigade would continue on foot.
There we go.
And to the two who are flying through the air, luckily no more shots come your way. And the fortunate cover of the storm, a bit convenient timing, you think, gave you an outlet to shoot off. You know this is the base general direction of where Cobweb was, and you find a far-off change of scenery where there is a series of rolling hills that eventually transition to some more ravine-like, cliff-like structures. And you have some reprieve here, you think?
I'll just kind of land at the edge here.
The storm is looming overhead, but there seems to be some cover down here. It's going to be hard for the ships to find you and navigate in this jagged place.
Yeah, immediately landing and going for cover.
I'm
You do
following.
They do. And there are some ruins here that are a bit more castle-like than the ones you've seen previous, that are a bit larger and have some somewhat complete interiors for you to rest in. And the two of you have escaped.
That was a bad idea. You know what? No, I think that's our worst idea.
I didn't know what to do. I was panicking.
I was panicking right there with you, and I probably definitely shouldn't have shown that, and you definitely shouldn't have said what you said. There's fault in both of us here.
Family.
No, I think my stunt might have actually pulled him off of him from getting the worst of it, or it might have made it worse. Who knows?
I think one thing is clear, though.
We lost that element of surprise.
That it's possible the Aurorans are being as deceived as we were.
Maybe.
You
But
heard what he
that
said.
Comment,
War
that
effort?
comment. I don't think lab rat. He called us lab rats. I think there's probably something a little more than meets the eye. What if we were a test? Our people were a test from here originally, got lost in translation or some shit.
She kind of hears the word lab rats, and then she remembers there was a place where there was the one cave where she took a lot of notes from it. Trying to remember. Scholar's notes on human cognition. What is a human and what is a remnant? I think she pulls that out. If I can find it.
What you got there?
I can fucking find where the notes are. Jeez. It's a cartographer knowledge. Yeah. No, it's not that. And where is it?
Say again what you were trying to find?
It was, shit, I gotta open it up again.
What makes a remnant?
What is
or
a human
something?
and what is a remnant? Human cognition. Scholar's notes. We found that either at the college or in that one cave where all that auric water was.
Yeah, I think that's the auric water you're describing. Let me see. That's in the cartographer knowledge base. Let me see here. Oh, lost stronghold notes. Yeah, it's this. Lost stronghold notes is, yeah, right there.
What is it about humans that makes these monsters so overcome with hatred? Is it a physical signature in our bodies or something more ethereal, an imprint we do not see ourselves? Despite all efforts to fight, we have killed countless civilizations. We cannot overcome these beings. I fear as of the time of writing we may be among the few bastions of humans left. If we are to survive, we must escape their perception. How they hunt us eludes our understanding. I seek to change that. What are humans to compare to these creatures? What makes us so different? Defining the difference is paramount. Through heavy costs, we've learned one thing of our cognition. Mortal mind is of a fragile thing, forever teetering on the knife point of sanity above a void of madness. Becomes clear why the entities have so trouble indoctrinating us to adopt their genocidal ideology. The body and mind are forever in a carefully choreographed dance with one another. Should one misstep befall one half, its partner is doomed to follow suit. Consider our pursuits here, despite the revelations, a failure.
Do you think these people are a remnant?
Either they are or we are. Whoever wrote this, they may have been the one who was inside. At that point, she kind of puts the notes back in the bag, and she sort of settles down on the floor, crisscross applesauce with her cane sort of facing towards her, and she's going to go ahead and cast Sending.
Okay.
She's gonna try and cast Sending, trying to think. I feel like Rylock would probably be the best option here.
Don't forget, we're also, like, inside the place, under what we can only assume is Heliostone, which interferes with that stuff, I think.
Yep.
Fuck it, she's gonna try.
Or it turns you into a boy.
I'm a real boy now.
A real boy.
Yeah, she's gonna try and cast Sending to Rylock.
Okay.
What to say? She will say, Did you know that there were people living inside of the planet? Inside of Helios? That they believe that we are the enemy? Just as much as we believe they are? Why did you lie to me?
You feel Sending ping out, and it is reflected off of a very large scale heliostone curved surface, and within a matter of moments you feel as if this incantation is bouncing all over internal Helios, trying to get out, as if it can sense where he may reside, but it can't quite make it. And every bounce, every reverberation, you hear your own words over and over again, and there's this terrible feedback reverb in your head, and undoubtedly it was unable to reach its destination. 100.
Fuck. 81.
Now you were up in the clouds. You were breathing that stuff in pretty good. For the next hour, anytime you make an ability check, roll a 1d6 and subtract the result.
Oh.
From what?
Whatever the roll is.
The
1 hour.
Oh, so it's just a, so it's my
of roll.
You have
oh, the roll.
permaban.
Okay.
Yeah, for 1 hour. Only on ability checks.
Yeah. Your attacks are fine. Your saves, you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a feeling they couldn't communicate with us and we couldn't communicate with them. Maybe that's why they never tried to tell us about the angel thing. Maybe they thought we got it.
It's an entirely separate plane.
I don't think so.
If it...
There's Heliostone.
Yeah.
And you look like you were in pretty bad pain, so I assume that spell either bounced back at you or something happened.
But the spell, it also says you could send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence. But if the target's on a different plane than you, there's a chance the message doesn't arrive.
Yes, but the Heliostone was blocking it from going, is I think what D-Man's trying to convey with what Heliostone does.
Yeah, if this was going across dimensions, it wouldn't have necessarily been trouble, but all you do know is if you're inside, if you are on one side of a Heliostone wall and your target is on the other, Heliostone is like a perfect magical insulator and you cannot get through it. So all that really told you is your destination was on the outside world.
If we were lab rats on something, and if ancestors or whatever originally came from here, then it must have been through that ball or something. I mean, what? Our ancestors, even the people now, have a natural connection to Helio. And maybe us going through that a second time gave us an even stronger bond. Sure, you can also feel the way it burns inside your chest.
Yes, but there's no control over it. Anytime I try and use it, something horrible happens.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe we have to learn control over it. Kind of like when you were learning magic.
Okay. She's gonna go ahead and reach into the bag of holding again and pull out the portrait of her mother and flip it over to the mirror side.
You do so, and at this point in time, you simply see yourself as you are now.
Man, that angel of death really fucked me up.
Looking at the scar in the mirror, is it healed at all, or is it actively bleeding?
It's about as deep as it was before.
Fuck it. My mother learned knowledge that was only exclusive to the Startographers. She can try to learn it too. I want to look at the enchantment that's on the mirror and study it.
Roll Arcana.
Can I give you guidance?
Sure. Yeah, guidance, it's fine.
So
right.
that's plus a d4 minus d6.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, cool. The dice can stack.
29 minus 1, 28.
That's pretty fucking good.
Jeez.
There's some extremely strong divination magic that is tied to this mirror. And it essentially has two components, a subject and a timestamp. The subject, of course, as you would reasonably expect, is yourself. The timestamp is the not-so-distant future. Granted, before you had your face altered by the Angel of Death, it was a bit jarring to see you in a different state, but it seems as though that prophecy has been fulfilled, so to speak. While it's hard to glean anything more, it may have simply been a message that you are going to do great things and you are going to persevere, even though there may be times where all hope seems lost.
I will put the picture away, and I will summon the Cartographer Corps.
You raise your hand and summon what remains of the Cartographer Corps.
I'm going to try and determine if there's a way for me to fix this.
Okay. Christ. Make an intelligence roll.
Guide.
Yeah.
It is me, the portable guidance machine.
Yeah.
So that's a 16 minus 1 is 15.
When this was first given to you by Sartographer Magnus, it was clearly stated that this was a far more complicated piece of technology than the world had even known. And seeing it in its state now, it really doesn't make anything any more clear. It seems that just trying to brute force this is a fool's errand. There are options, potentially, but sitting here among ruins and crag is not the place for it. You're going to need help and resources, and perhaps some convincing.
And there's only one person who could do it, which is the final Startographer that's residing here, possibly.
Which you remember her name, Fulcrum.
I would like to use my last 3rd level spell to cast Sending and speak to Fulcrum.
Wow. Now, let me see. Creature with which you are familiar. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and speak your words.
Startographer, my name is Dagny Silverhide. I need your help to fix the core. Will you assist me?
I know who you are. We have met. Approach the southern capital. We will discuss humanity's future.
She hears that message in her head, and she looks to Erithal with a smile on her face.
You just did something, didn't you?
We are to meet the Startographer in the southern capital.
Oh, hey, some good news. I think we should make good on our deal first, though. Especially after what we have left that family with.
We do owe it to them, don't we?
We gotta prove that we're better than what they think we were.
Yes.
Even if our second impression wasn't all that great.
Should regroup with the others then.
It's around this time where Shimmer Sheep Patrol Force 3 is in the local area, and much as there was a feeling in your chest that kind of told all of you who are all disguised that you are who you are, you can follow a similar pull to this rough location where you are closing the gap along this perilous path, and eventually you do feel at its strongest in these ruins as you are seemingly reconvening with your two flighty friends and rendezvous you would.
Fuck are sheep doing here?
Matt,
Those aren't sheep.
Hi, hello. No, I'm not a random halfling.
Wait, Cobweb?
Yeah, what's up?
How the fuck are you?
Not great. And I can see that you guys are having about as good a time as I am.
I'm just gonna take a knee and get down on Cobweb's level. It's good to see you
Rude,
again,
but
my
okay.
It's good to see you again, my lord.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so yeah, the dragon. You guys saw that, huh?
Yeah, it took the generator that was protecting that family. We gotta get it back.
And also the fucking death squad. You guys know anything about that?
Just kind of scratched the back of my head. Yeah, my bad, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You guys realize we're soldiers now, right?
I mean, we've been soldiers since they invaded the city, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna
that's
come
cool.
out of sheep form now.
Well, then, if that being the case, why the fuck? Okay. No, that's fine. We can.
I
we can
don't
save
have the
this.
spells necessary to keep myself hidden. I panicked.
Okay.
All right.
You know what? That's fair enough. Do
We
you
did
have
find
rope
out
in
some
your
information, though.
bag? No. Aerithal, just 1 second. Do you have rope in your bag?
I
Yeah.
had rope in my bag.
What does he need rope for?
I'm assuming if you have like most adventuring kits have like 50 foot of rope.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
have rope. Yes.
I'm gonna take Dagny's rope.
All we have to do is lay low. The last thing we want to do is to let them know who we are, why we're here.
Slow turn to Dagny.
Oh no.
Well, the
Okay.
thing. Well, they only saw the two of us. They didn't see either of y'all. I don't think.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I figured as much. But
Either way, we have a meeting with the Startographer in the southern capital.
oh, do we now?
I spoke with her not too long ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Oh,
I know it's a lot,
My-
and you.
my original plan was to sort of stick to the fringes, but it doesn't seem like we have that luxury anymore.
Well, when worlds are hanging in the balance, there's no time for dick picking.
Yeah, you're right. But also, we probably shouldn't stay here either. I'm gonna be honest with you. The dragon's lair, he's lairing in these mountains. It is lairing in these mountains. I don't know. I didn't check.
Are they now?
Yes.
That makes us job a little easier.
Huh?
They took the generator that was protecting that family.
Yeah. But do you know
Kinda
why?
owe it to them
Whoa,
since
whoa,
we
whoa,
caught
whoa,
them
whoa.
in deep shit.
Listen. All right. I'm gonna lay out the whole story for you. All right. I was captured. Basically, I was interrogated by the dragon. It seemed to have a keen interest in my eye. That's why it needed the power core.
They wanted to remove it.
It was certainly going to try, which is why maybe we should leave.
And leave that family stranded with how damaging these auric storms are? I made a promise.
Dagny, I'm gonna be honest with you. What is the extent of your relationship with that family?
Has the polymorph worn off on me yet?
Oh yeah. Probably. It's been at least an hour.
Yeah, no, definitely you're back to being normal by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Dagny, at this point, screw the family. We fucked up enough. I'm making the hard call here. I believe you are too emotionally compromised to be making decisions like this.
I didn't
At this
ask to be
point,
a leader.
What is one more family dead when there are hundreds more being ended? We need to move.
You think the one family that we encountered here is not the same as the families that are up top?
And how many are dying anyway, regardless? At this point, it doesn't matter. We have a target we have to do.
Anything that we do will only cause more harm, basically. There's still a chance. There's a chance that they might get away with some scrapes. Who knows?
Not when it comes to war.
You got good heart, kid. But you're going to get it ripped out of you.
And you're gonna get us killed in the meantime.
Heart doesn't win wars.
She just kind of looks down.
We knew the risks. We knew what we were signing up for. Okay.
Is this what it means to be a cartographer?
No. No, not at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. The fact that we're even called startographers anymore is sort of a shame. We're not even researchers anymore. We're a goddamn militia.
No longer
We
cartographers. But Patrol 26.
We have to stop thinking like academics. We have to be smarter about this.
Cobweb.
Gathering information is
Cobweb!
top priority. What?
You're talking to someone who was sequestered for almost half her life. Academics is my life. Reading books was my whole life. Learning so much about the world has been my life. And finding out that I'm in a world that was where knowledge was lost to us is a whole new opportunity. We can learn as much from them as they can learn from us.
The battle has changed, and we have to change with it.
Yes.
Can't help anyone if we're dead.
Which is why we need to go to the southern capital then.
Okay.
How bad is the storm getting? Is it picking up?
It's in progress right now. It's seemingly changed on a dime almost at any moment. So while it's currently seemingly in full progress, keeping a sharp eye on changes is in your best interest because it's pretty quick to turn.
Walking through the storm
suppose-
before was not very nice. I suggest we take some shelter for the time being.
Y'all got any spare cloth?
Yeah.
Hey, Arathal, yeah, I don't even think I have to ask what your passive perception is. Like, what, 23?
A bajillion.
With you having your ears having to take in all of this debating, there is something that starts extremely distant that becomes steadily louder that your keen senses pick up on. The sound of a pair of ironclad boots carefully getting louder and louder, as if something is walking within the path you had walked. Based on the footsteps, you think they're trying to keep a low profile.
Rhea?
Are you craning your neck outside?
Yeah.
You see a figure walking halfway along this perilous walkway.
Yeah, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I could hear you this time.
What the fuck?
Rhea? What the hell are you doing?
Go home. Turn around now.
What the hell? No!
Go home.
What?
Who's the knife here?
You see that she is rapidly. He kind of does away with the quiet, like careful sneaking, and rapidly approaches. What happened? What happened out there?
Well, from the sounds of it, somebody, whoever the hell those guys were coming in for a checkup, just a minor shakedown or something.
They were looking for us.
And then
No,
all
they
hell
were-
broke loose.
Yeah, well, they don't really
Someone
bother us
didn't
because
hide. Exactly.
they don't really bother us ever. But they came down now. I didn't hear what they were saying. I tried to listen, but they kept a low voice.
They detected some sort of energy or something. At least that's what it sounded like over those garbled headsets.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You're saying that this bird is native?
Yes. She's a child of the family we were staying with in that farmhouse.
Hey, wait a minute. This is your friend, right? Hey, you were looking for him.
Yes. Cobweb, this is Rhea.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna take more than wind to take me out. Oh, hi, hello. You're in mortal danger. Why did you, well, okay. I want you to go home.
I'm not going back there.
No?
What
Better to
happened?
go back home than die.
Stop.
with us.
No, listen.
It doesn't matter. Go home, girl. Go.
Well, hold on. There's no sense in scaring her. I just want her to understand the full scope of the situation. We are wanted, okay? We will only bring you and your family suffering, okay?
I think something's already happened to her
reason-
family for her to come here.
Okay, well, let me do you one better. What am I supposed to do back there? They took all my family. They went up in the ship.
How did you get away?
I know a trick or two.
Invisibility?
Bingo. Well, yeah, I kind of cheated. I had a potion, but still.
She kind of smirks.
Hey, if she wants to be a martyr, let her.
I will go ahead and get close to Rhea. How well do you know the interior of Helios?
You're talking about the whole inside world?
Yes.
Okay, I'm 15, so I haven't been around the block much yet, but just the local area pretty well. But outside of that, not so much. I was in the northern city for a while when I was really young. Long story, but I was orphaned, so I don't remember much of that.
You think you could lead us to the southern capital?
Probably not, but I mean I can help.
Any guidance would help us.
Well, they took my mom and my dad and my little brother, and there's nothing protecting the house anymore, and it's slowly getting chewed up. So I don't know what to do.
The only way to get your house protected again is to get the generator, and that's in the lair of that green shiny dragon, wherever it may be.
Why would it take that anyways?
She
I've
just
heard
kind of
things about
glances over at Cobweb.
I wonder. It is a mystery. What a
I just-
conundrum.
I
As
ju-
he
I
scratches his head.
I tap his gem eye.
Boy, that's
Well, you have a decision to make. Well, I think all of us have a decision to make. We either help this poor girl save her family home, or she leads us to the southern capital.
The capital. Going back for that stupid dragon is just wasting time.
Okay, I'm a kid, and I'm not exactly a tour guide, but I don't have anywhere else to really hang. I mean, there is the Coralons, but I don't.
Well,
Never mind.
hang out with us, get to the capital, figure out the rest of your life. I don't know what to tell you.
You're kind of an asshole.
Yeah, because now there's a kid trying to travel with a bunch of fugitives who just got a family captured.
You realize the risk you're putting yourself in, right?
I know. I know it's a risk every time I step away from the farm.
This is more than just risk. This is life or death. You understand?
Well, what do you think I should do? I don't know if I'm gonna see my family again. I don't even know where they. I don't know where they went. But I think. I don't know. If I just stick around, I'm not gonna see them again. What do I do?
You know how to use that sword?
Yeah.
I'm gonna whip out the iron thrower. You know how to use this?
No. What the hell is that?
Oh,
Oh my god!
his big blaster that we earned up top.
Big blaster.
Man, you guys need some upgrades.
Excuse me?
I mean, this kid's pretty smart. Don't doubt her.
I could blow a hole through 3 people from 50 paces away.
Yeah, but you're not easily able to fix it.
Yeah, you're probably gonna blow your back out in the process. These things are like made of cast iron.
Yeah, but he doesn't use it at this size particularly.
What?
Yeah.
He can get bigger.
Yeah. I'm kind of the biggest.
What?
Alright, listen, we're getting sidetracked.
That's true.
Nevertheless, I think we should take a rest before we head to the southern capital. And you, as she looks to Rhea, can lead us there.
I can?
She just told us she doesn't know where that is, or how to get there.
At the very least, she can help us blend in. You know any local customs, maybe? Help us sort of... I don't know, dude.
Okay, that I can do. That
Yeah. Sort of blend in with the rabble. We're gonna have to lay low for a while. That stunt is gonna draw every fucking eye.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, man.
so... I know my dad wanted you gone because he said you were gonna bring trouble. Was he right?
Technically.
Probably.
Gee, I fucking wonder.
Cobweb.
I'm sorry. Well, alright. Sorry.
No, let the guy swear he can. It's a kid.
I'm a
Doesn't
little
matter.
stressed.
I can swear if I fucking want to. Doesn't
Congrats.
matter.
Damn straight!
Okay.
You remind me of someone up top. His name was Elijah. He was a lot like you. Probably not as
was he
smart, but...
I was about to say, was he smart?
All right. Well, let's not wait around and be a walking target.
No, that
I'm just gonna tussle her hair like I used to do with Elijah.
Jaxthal,
Kind of went
Yeah.
with it.
you said you had some extra cloth on hand.
Yeah, here you go. And I reach into my bag and give him my extra blanket that I have.
Cobweb is going to tear 1, 2, 3.
Come on.
7 strip. So what? Do you want to fucking die of asphyxia?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna cut 7 even strips of cloth off of the blanket, and sort of fashion a makeshift rag around his face. Here, it's no filter, but it's something.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
Cobweb's gonna go find a hole or something and set up the old sleeping bag.
All right. Rhea kind of takes her own provisions and does what she can, but she stops halfway and like stands around and looks at everyone, and eventually speaks up. Hey, question.
Yeah.
So, my dad was proud of me when I helped you guys, and then he said that you guys are nothing but trouble and you shouldn't be around us. Should I not have helped you guys when I found you?
Well, you didn't know what you were in for when you helped us. It was fate.
Your father is a good man. He understood the risks. I think he saw sort of past the, sort of... What is the word I'm looking for here?
Don't doubt your own kindness. Helping people is good. Just because the outcome isn't what you expect doesn't mean you're not a good person because you helped out a bunch of strangers.
Took the words right out of my mouth. There you go.
I may be an asshole, but yeah, I'm an asshole.
Okay, well, if the Sindalas are good people, then fate's a bitch.
I hear it.
Now, you have tied yourself to a very interesting fate, as I will show her the cartographer core.
You brandish it. You can tell at this point she has a lot on her mind. There's a lot of turmoil. She just sees that and just slowly shakes her head. What the fuck?
It's a bit broken
great.
down.
That thing's fucking broken now.
Yeah, but that's why we're going to see Fulcrum to fix it.
Huh. You think that'll get my parents back? And my brother?
Better than nothing.
It'll assist us in some ways.
Okay. And she then sits down and takes to her own little corner.
I'll shunt the core away.
You do so. Any further actions for the immediate time being?
No.
All right.
I'm gonna find a corner, like up in this high area that's right there.
Yeah.
Kind of do the sitting sleep and throw the other blanket around me and just try to not get visibly pissed off about the events of today.
Okay.
I'm also gonna find a corner as well, sleeping out.
Are you all intending to short rest, long rest, and what are your objectives here?
I kind of need a short rest, at least, because...
I'd say at least just wait out this bad storm and see if it blows over, really.
Yeah.
Because even if it's going back to, like, just the regular dust storm that we walked through, it's still better than, like, the weird rays of lightning or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And an hour's time passes and everyone is able to short rest.
Nice.
And once everyone's short rested, that is a good point to end the session.
Hell yeah. Bumpy start, but a banger nonetheless.
I didn't think it would escalate that fucking fast. Because holy shit, did it escalate fast?
The war criminal arc. I'm loving it.
That could have been really fucking bad. Let me just say, that could have been a lot worse.
They just nuke us from orbit.
I fuck around, find out.
DM, can I get clarification on something?
Yeah.
So, the intelligence that we discovered when it comes to the power that, or the remnants of this godlike power within us, reading the description, I just want to make sure I understood. It is something that can be trained so we can use it without killing us, or it is you're using it once and you better hope you're protected coming out of it or you will die.
It's residing around your soul, right? So you can use it, you can keep using this.
Yes.
Even if you use it full throttle, which you did, you can still keep using it after the fact. It doesn't seemingly just deplete. The issue here is...
It doesn't kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you somehow don't die, which obviously there was the cartographer core that protected all of you, save for D, so we got fucking evaporated because she wasn't bound to the core. You need something to protect yourself for that. Yeah.
Okay, because that was the part I wasn't, like, reading the description in the, like, knowledge base. That was just the thing I wasn't quite sure of. It was like, you have to be you know, when you use it, if you don't have some kind of protection or shield coming out of it, it will kill you. But I didn't know if that meant train it and it will kill you less likely, or like you're going to use it and regardless, it's probably going to kill you.
The full power thing, like no matter what, you need something to shield you. And being trained on it, I mean, you guys are just pissing into the wind. You don't really know how to be trained. You need some outside help in some way. You just haven't found that yet.
Would Death Ward protect against it?
Based on like rules as written, like how to spell it.